Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry solo stream. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. It is 10 p.m. here in Lebanon. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a later stream. I promise you guys, that's it. I'm going to pick a time. I'm going to pick one time to stream every day of the week. Not necessarily every day, but every time I stream, it's going to be at the same time, either 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Lebanon time. That's it. We're going back to reliability. We're going back to a consistent schedule. Let me explain why I don't have a consistent schedule before we get into anything. Okay, when I did the podcast a couple of years ago, it was one episode a week, pre-recorded. I could film anytime, you know what I mean? We'd usually film on Tuesdays at around like 7 p.m. But like I had, the whole week to like mentally prepare myself. Like I'm going to film today. We're going to do this. We could prepare the segments and stuff. Then we would film, and then I would release it on Thursday at 7 p.m. every week. It was easy. We're releasing a video. We're just clicking go live, upload, you know what I mean? Easy stuff. Now that I have to live stream, I need to get like in the mental space to be able to get on camera and speak live for like 2-3 hours, whatever it is. I can't just like have a set time where it's like, okay, now it's time to perform. That's the weird disconnect to me. You know what I mean? When you're releasing videos, you get to edit them, you release them, and then you just release it. You just click go live. You don't have to film at a certain time. So it's daunting to me knowing that, okay, every day at 8 I have to film. I'm going to start like dreading it. I fear that, you know what I mean? And I don't want that. I don't want to like look at the schedule and fear like, oh shit, I'm going to have to stream or something like that. Like that's not at all how I want to feel about that way once I got to open my Streamlabs. So that's why I haven't had a consistent schedule. Like I'm streaming when I feel it. Like okay, I feel good now, and like usually I need like 1 or 2 hours before streaming to like decompress. So if I'm doing something earlier in the day, I need like an hour to like disconnect, at the very least watch some YouTube, just empty my brain out completely. Then I can stream. So I also have that problem, if I'm honest with you guys. So I'm trying to work on it, but I do know that this being all over the place is not helping anyone. It's not making you guys know when I'm going to stream. I've been having a lot of people telling me that they're not getting notifications for my videos, etc. So if you guys know when I'm streaming, that should also make it a little bit easier for those that aren't getting notified, or if you're not getting some people that have even rang the bell aren't being notified. I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist and say that I've been shadow banned, but a lot of people are kind of struggling to know that I'm live even. So I just want to schedule. If it helps, it helps. And I apologize for being all over the place. Elliot, hello. Jess, hello. AC, hello. Jay, hello. Briar, hello. Sarah, hello. Sarah, how's it going? Before we get going, guys, we have just want to remind you guys, if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to become a member, a Do Not Warrior. Right here, we're currently at 393 members. We're trying to get to 500 members, and I am planning a very fun subathon next month at probably mid next month. I just want to have the proper time to plan it, get some fun segments, get some fun. Jay that says I had to use Discord notifications. Really? So you don't get any notifications, Jay? Do you have the bell on and stuff? It's crazy. I was looking into it on online today. It says that even if you do have you click the bell and stuff, YouTube doesn't notify everyone. So they'll notify maybe 10 to 30% of the audience, etc. But anyways, we're going to do a very fun subathon next month. We have a fun, like a whole bunch of like tiers, and a lot of our members, because members get an exclusive live stream every week. So I did a member live stream where you guys gave me some awesome fucking ideas, some great recommendations for some fun goals and milestones that we can have throughout the subathon. So look for that next month. But if you guys want to support us from now, feel free to become a member. And whether you've gifted memberships, whether you've been gifted a membership, whether you've been a member for months, we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Chris says, how many minutes are you going to add for every member you get from the subathon? I'll add like a minute or something. What's the average? What do people usually add? But also, I don't have a way to like, you might have to help me like program that in. I have no idea how the fuck to do that. You know what I mean? I can say that I'm adding time, but I don't know how to visually represent that. Elliot says, YouTube always gets me the notification later than it should. Yeah, I feel you. So let me just take a second to thank some of our lovely... Jess says, I can't wait for the Buldak Noodles Challenge. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you guys can't. Lovely members like Vanelu Speriot, ABUCS3, ABUCS3, Mistakes Misfits. You're not a mistake. AFS6853, All the Zucchinis, P-Cross 1998, Squilly Liz, 6759. Jess Polito. Oh, Jess, thank you so much. Ashlyn, 12. Erica Stills, 1984. And Raed Kadura, 22. We got Mac Lopez, 48. And Caitlin, 8567. Thank you to all of our members. You guys are awesome. You guys keep the lights on. You guys and our lovely patrons. Our patrons, I just uploaded a Gordon Ramsay reaction to Sam's Kebab. Sam's Kebab. It's a kebab shop ran by Lebanese people. They ran it to the ground. And Gordon Ramsay had to go teach these Arabs how to make kebabs. How embarrassing is that? And how to make hummus and tahini sauce. Horrible. I reacted to that. It's exclusively up on Patreon for our patrons. Also, Nour and Karine are dropping the first video from their series this week, I'm guessing. This week. So patrons, you get all that exclusive content. Members, you get your exclusive live streams. Everybody getting fed. Also, the gaming members are going to get a live stream this week. We're having a good time, folks. Also, yeah, subscribe to the gaming channel. Oh, let me thank my patrons first. Elia and Mujaber and Yala Mabruk are God-tier patrons. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you. Superhero patrons like Claudia, Khawla, and Ahmad, Bonnie Buns, Bader, Jordan M. We love you. Blonde patrons like Bomb Venusaur, Mercedes W, Rosarium Kelly, Lorea Zabaleta, Megan Lowndes, we appreciate you. And abductee patrons like Bultram, Bulk, Pigeon, Waxwolf, Bat Pierogi, Yip McYip, Jennifer, Sage, Choki, and Jigglypuffer. And Cheap Cacti, and Daphne, and Mello, and Adam Khazan. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. We love you. Members, patrons, you guys are the best. But you guys don't have to do any of this stuff to support the channel. Simply like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching live, jump into that live chat, have some fun. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Click like on the video. If you're watching live right now, click like, folks. I want to see that like counter go up right now. We appreciate you. We love you all. And yeah, let's get into this episode. It might be a shorter one. Not a shorter one, but like not a lot of topics. I kept it slim. It's late, starting late. Hopefully we'll finish not too late. Coco, hello. Coco, how's it going? Bonsoir. Let me have some water before we get going. Like one recent update to the topics. The U.S. Embassy is evacuating non-essential personnel from the embassy. The BAFTAs, you've all seen that clip. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give my opinion. Hot takes, folks. Hot takes coming in. And there's a horrible travel vlogger who went to Cuba. Kind of touched on it yesterday on Better Left Unsaid. Oh, by the way, yeah, check out Better Left Unsaid. We were streaming yesterday with our friends Comrade Casey and James and Alex Novell. Friend of the show. What was I going to show you guys? I was looking to do something. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, the gaming channel, folks. Tomorrow night, Elias, my best friend, is coming over, and we gonna be playing some Dark Souls, folks. We got a subscriber. Why can't I see the notification here? I can see there. Someone subscribed to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Guys, subscribe to the Do Not Worry gaming channel. Okay, have some fun over there. We're playing Dark Souls. I'm playing through Dark Souls 2. I've been playing it with my best friend for the most part, but I did the last couple of live streams. I did them on my own. Make sure, actually, let me remove. Let me subscribe to the gaming channel. Let me write it clearly. Subscribe to the gaming channel. So tomorrow, Elias is coming back, and we're playing together. I played solo I played 4.5 hours last time by myself. Guys, I killed 3 bosses, okay? I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like, 3 bosses. 1 live stream, 4.5 hours, okay? I mean, I did use a couple of summons for one of the bosses, but I mean, hey, okay? Do Not Worry Gaming. We're having a poppin' time. I've been spending some more time there. I told you guys I was going to spend more time there. I was slacking off last month. Gaming channel is popping. We got Lego reviews. Look at that. I did a whole review. Only 200 views. Why, people? Why have you done this to me? Lego. I'm playing Lego Lord of the Rings. I am playing Dark Souls. More Dark Souls. Lego Lord of the Rings. More Dark Souls. What more do you want? Lauren, hello. Okay, let's get into the topics, folks. Starting with the U.S. travel warning to Lebanon. Do not travel, folks. Lebanon has just been upgraded to a level 4. Do not travel. They warning. Miles Murphy says Lego Indiana Jones was a good game. Oh, I'm sure it is. The U.S. government is Sarah, yeah, that's right. And thank you for watching with us, Sarah. So, folks, let's get into this. The United States are warning Americans not to travel to Lebanon. We have been upgraded to level 4, the red level, folks, the favorite level. Who doesn't love level 4? Level 4, that's what we like to see. Do not travel. Lebanon. No, we don't fuck around here in Lebanon. You either travel fucking full-throated, let's fucking go 10 toes deep, or you don't travel at all. It's a risk to your fucking life. So right now, coming to Lebanon is the equivalent of going to, let's say, Minneapolis in Minnesota. Okay, you could compare it to that. If you come here, so what's happening? Why are we getting a travel warning? What does Lebanon have to do with any of this? We're hearing about Cuba on the news. You're hearing about Iran. What's Lebanon? What's my little old country have to do with this? What have I done? What have I done to the people of the world to deserve a travel ban? You know, don't come to Lebanon. We advise you not to come. And that's not all, folks. That's not all. The U.S. Embassy has posted this on its Instagram. Yes, or the U.S. Embassy in Lebanon has an Instagram. Message for U.S. citizens from the U.S. Department of State. Whoopsie, not this photo. Where's the other one? There it is. But look at this handsome devil. Is it worth $500, folks? Is it worth? Only one way to find out. Watch my goddamn review on the gaming channel. U.S. Embassy in Beirut travel advisory updated to reflect ordered departure of non-emergency U.S. government personnel and family members of government personnel on February 23rd. On February 23rd, the Department of State ordered the departure of non-emergency U.S. government personnel and family members of government personnel due to the security situation in Beirut. But what is happening in Beirut, you might ask? U.S. Embassy Beirut personnel are restricted from personal travel without advance permission. Additional travel restrictions may be imposed on U.S. personnel under Chief of Mission Security responsibility with little to no notice due to increased security issues or threats. So here we go. Here we go. What's happening? You might be saying, well, guys, you know, this is to be expected. I'm surprised. I'm waiting to get Dreadful Hello. Pigeon, hello. I'm waiting to get the email that we usually get from the U.S. Embassy. Like, if you don't have to be in Lebanon, please leave. If you're here on vacation, please leave. This is your last warning. You have to leave. If you can't afford to leave, we will lend you the money. And if you don't pay us the money back in 6 months, we will break your fucking knees. They legitimately send people an email. Be like, if you can't, when Israel was about to, right before the war with Israel, they were asking U.S., and we talked about this on stream. They were asking American citizens, what the fuck? To leave, and if you couldn't afford to leave, they're like, we'll lend you the money, but here's the whole payment plan. There was like 6 attachments, like how you need to repay the government, and if you don't repay them on time, they would take your passport away. How fucked is that? But anyways, obviously I stayed in Lebanon during the war. None of this stuff phases me or scares me, folks. This is normal. What's happening? So the U.S. is threatening to bomb Iran. They're going to be bombing Iran. They say limited strikes. Who knows? They're about to bomb Iran. What goes with bombing Iran? It's kind of like cigarettes with alcohol, you know what I mean? Bombing Lebanon, you know what I mean? Bombing Hezbollah in Lebanon, that's what it goes like, you know what I mean? They're nice, you know what I mean? You have your coffee, you have your cigarette, you have your beer, you have a cigarette. Why am I? You have peanut butter, you have jelly, you know what I mean? Bombing Iran, bombing Hezbollah, bombing Iran, bombing Lebanon. It goes together. It's fun, you know what I mean? So that's what's going to be happening. We're probably not going to be bombed by the U.S. directly. They don't want to claim direct responsibility for bombing us. They're going to have the Israelis do it. They're going to have the little, you know, they're going to have them do it, the IDF. So we're going to be bombed by Israel. Not all of Lebanon. They're probably going to be focusing their fire on South Lebanon, like they usually do, and maybe Dahye, maybe in Beirut. So that's what's going to be happening. More than likely, I mean, they don't post this shit for a reason, for no reason. It's not a coincidence. I'm probably going to be getting some emails in a few days, like, hey, if you don't have to be in Lebanon, if this is an unnecessary trip, consider leaving. Leave your personal belongings behind. Don't bring your pets. They're a hassle. Or like, no, they're like, if you don't, they always use your pets against you. Like, if you don't leave now while tickets are still available, we can't promise to accommodate your pets if you have to evacuate. So they threaten you with your little Mr. Pickles, you know, little pet, little Nata and Maki. You want to save them? Those fuckers. Yeah, Chris in the chat says this is very concerning. This means that Israel is going to start bombing Beirut. Exactly. That is exactly what it means, Chris. Of course. We know what's coming. We're used to it. It is what it is. I actually, weirdly enough, I found a... Did I not link it? Let me see. I found a YouTube video about it. Here we go. Look at that. Fox News is talking about this. Breaking. State Department orders non-emergency personnel to evacuate Beirut. What do you guys think it means, Fox News?
The regime is not going to cut a deal that's remotely acceptable. They are intent on building out a nuclear program. They're intent on continuing to build their ballistic missiles. They are fully capable of rebuilding their proxy forces. And while it may seem illogical to you and to I at some level, it says, gosh, look at the Armada. They're going to get wiped out. President Trump will take a response that will put even more pressure on the regime.
So first, President Trump gave that 2 weeks, and then last week it was 10 days. And what we do know about...
Pigeon says, message from USA, buy Lego. Oh, trust me, I really want to. Sarah, did your mom end up deciding to buy that Cantina set?
This president is, he may decide to shoot short of both of those and do what he thinks he needs to do in the moment. I mean, giving them a hard calendar item probably isn't going to work for Iran anyway. So we'll see. They have to cut a deal to make what sits on their shores go away, that armada. So we'll see what happens. More high stakes. The U.S. and Iran are talking set for this Thursday in Geneva. So they've been doing that through proxies. But just this morning, the State Department announced it will pull out all non-essential personnel from Lebanon, a U.S. aircraft carrier.
Lebanon. From Lebanon. Jesus Christ, lady. Come on. I mean, I don't mind. People can say Lebanon. It just sounds weird to me.
And more than 120 warplanes are now in the region. The massive USS Gerald R. Ford is on the way. So you've got one there, one coming. You'll have two, and that is a lot of might. And Presidential Envoy Steve Witkoff has.
It's like they're playing Risk. So they're playing a game. We're sending two big boys. We're sending two, carriers. Okay. We have a lot of might. Let's go to this little region and terrorize them.
Warning about Iran's nuclear ambitions.
It's up to 60%. They're probably a week away from having industrial grade bomb making material. Can't have that. This is something that they have to stick with until they.
Well, what does Lebanon have to do with this? Why are you bombing us?
Prove to us that they can behave with the amount of sea power, naval power that we have over there. Why they haven't come to us and said we profess that we don't want a weapon.
This is from Politico today. Quote, let's be clear, all the signs point to imminent military action. Just watch what's happening, the massive military buildup. The simple fact is that America has never built up a military force like this and not used it. It's hard to believe they'll all be sent home without firing a shot. That's all a quote. Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin in Washington. Jennifer.
Harris,
Nola, hello. Marina, hello.
there's a lot of intentional obfuscates, a last push to negotiate. Today, however, we did learn the State Department has ordered dozens of non-essential personnel and eligible family members to evacuate the embassy in Beirut. In the past, that would suggest a strike is imminent, but we have not seen similar orders at embassies across the Middle East. The USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier.
Jesus Christ, man. So maybe they're making it seem like they're worried that like Hezbollah or someone is going to try to retaliate at the U.S. by bombing the American embassy. That's what they're trying to make it seem like. No, it's Israel is going to bomb Lebanon. That is the more they've been bombing Lebanon. They bomb Lebanon on a daily basis, drone strikes and all that stuff. Don't worry about that. But I think right now what they're making it seem is like they're worried for the American employees that live at the embassies. We don't know how these crazy Arabs are going to react once we bomb Iran. So that's how they're trying to sell it. I think the way this lady's saying it.
Not seen similar orders at embassies across the Middle East. The USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier strike group arrived at Suda Bay on the island of Crete in Greece today for crew rest and resupply. Suda Bay is where the Ford's guided missile
this is to ensure their safety. Yeah.
Would load
safety from who? Safety from who? Who's putting Lebanese? Who's putting people in Lebanon in danger? Who's bombing Lebanon on a daily basis? Who is it? Hezbollah? I mean, who's doing it? Nahna, the government, or is it Israel? U.S. sponsored Israel.
On missiles. The Ford has been at sea since June 24th, 244 days or 8 months, and its deployment has been extended. The longest carrier deployment to date was 294 days for the USS Abraham Lincoln in 2020. It costs $6 to $7 million a day to keep a carrier strike group at sea. That includes the one nuclear aircraft
Anyways,
carrier.
what I would say, if you're a U.S. citizen in Lebanon and they tell you to evacuate, just fucking stay here, man. Stand your ground. Let's stop fucking leaving our land. Stick around. It's fun. Hey, I chose to be here. I love this. This is I don't love this. This is excitement. I mean, I guess I would have liked Minnesota. You know, reminds you of home. But anyways, folks, that's the news here. The U.S. Embassy. Let me just make a quick little edit to the. This doesn't need to be in the thumbnail. The BAFTAS situation is crazy. Guys, we're gonna talk about the BAFTAs, okay? We're gonna talk about the BAFTAs. And the worst vlogger of all time. First, I just want to talk about Valkyrae. We'll leave the BAFTAs for a second. Do I have this post open? Okay, so I don't watch Valkyrae's content. I'm not a consumer of hers at all. I'm just familiar with her and like online, Twitter, you know what I mean? Like clips of Valkyrae. She's like a famous streamer. Beyond that, I do not know. Okay? Apparently recently, sadly, I found out that like her brother passed away. So like I found out on Twitter, her brother passed away and she talked about it. Okay? So this was the post. Valkyrae opens up about her brother passing away yesterday and admits that she has mixed emotions due to their conflicted past. And And this person says, talking shit about your brother who had an alcohol problem a day after he died to your stream is nasty work. Now, I hadn't seen the clip yet. And I'm like, look, I mean, you don't have to be on great terms with your family members. There are people who, sure, you're related by blood, but they could be the most harmful people to your life. They could be horrible to you. They could be non-supportive. They could literally maybe kick you out of the house if they don't believe with with who you are or your identity. You don't have to love your parents. Ideally, everyone would have a great family, a supportive family that they love, etc. You're there for each other no matter what, through thick and thin. That's not always the case with people, so I understand that. Families are complicated. There are complications in my family, and between my relatives and stuff like that. I have relatives that don't speak to each other and stuff. We all have that probably. So, completely fair, and I acknowledge that. Having said that, I would like maybe not say this about my brother like a day after he died. Let's see what she had to say.
I didn't stream yesterday. My brother passed away yesterday. And I had like my meetings, and my mom called me and she was like, "Yeah, Mark died." And I was like, "Oh shit." And so he had a
Like, I'm sorry. Again, I don't know their family dynamic, none of that stuff. But like, he's your brother. Do you have to, like, the way she's just talking about it is just so disrespectful to me. Again, I don't know what he's done to harm her, or if he's done something to hurt her, but like, it's just so like, I don't know, like, it lacks any feeling. Like, this person, I feel like, and again, thankfully I have a great relationship with my sister. I love my sister. She's my only sibling. If anything, God forbid, would happen to either of us, I think, we would never have this kind of reaction. So I guess that's what makes it shocking to me, like just seeing someone so nonchalant, like, "Oh yeah, my brother died, so, you know." And again, she could be in shock. She's not. But like, some people do react this way. I know it's normal, but like, let's just keep watching.
really bad alcohol problem, and he had it. And so he had a really bad alcohol problem.
So I gotta play that again 'cause it's crazy.
And my mom called me and she was like, "Yeah, Mark died." And I was like, "Oh shit." And so he had a really bad alcohol problem, and he had he passed away from alcohol. So sad. Yeah, so that was yesterday. I just felt really bad because,
Like, I mean, again, look, I mean, shit. Just the way she's talking about it, it's like she's talking about getting a Starbucks order, getting her Starbucks order wrong. Like, yeah, that was yesterday. Like, I went to Starbucks and like I asked for a venti, but they gave me a small one. But like, yeah, that was yesterday. And like, he just died. Like, I mean, I don't know, and like, why are you bringing up the alcoholism? Like, yeah, he had an alcohol problem and he died from like alcohol. Like, it's an addiction. It's tough, and he might have been a horrible person to while on alcohol, and you don't have to, again, I don't know the intricacies. Someone can correct me, and please do if I'm wrong, if I'm completely off base, please correct me. I'm more than willing to be corrected and to understand the situation. Either don't talk about it. Like, this just reminds me of like when Ela talks about Moses, like, and like, he's the father of your nephews, and like, you know what I mean? Like, they talk about their family on a podcast, like, yeah, they did this to us, these pieces of shit. It's like, it's your family. It's your family. Deal with that behind the scenes. Deal with it behind the scenes. You don't have to talk about it like this. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like, maintain his dignity. He's not here to talk to defend himself. He's not here to do anything. He's living through your words now, through however you choose to represent your brother. That's how he's going to be remembered. And just be like, yeah, my brother died. He was an alcoholic and he died from alcohol. I don't know. It just seems disrespectful. Even if I hated my sister, even if me and my sister get to a point where we fucking hate each other, I would want to keep that from you guys. And if something, la samahalla, God forbid, ever happened to anyone that I love, I'm not going to sit here and like disrespect them on stream. I'm sorry. You can expect that from me, at least. I just find that completely disrespectful. Unless he did something horrible to her, I don't see how any of this is warranted.
I had like a lot of resentment towards him. We did not have a relationship. I was like kind of angry yesterday because he just like didn't treat my mom with respect. He did not like my mom. And then my mom was like crying on the phone yesterday to me, and then she was like, you should forgive him. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess I have to because he's dead. Like, well, I don't know, this freaking sucks. Like, I don't know, I was like angry, and she was like, no, she's like, it's okay, just forgive him.
And look, I mean, I understand this point right here. Like maybe she has some, clearly she has some unresolved issues with her brother. Like there's a conversation that they never had. There was something she was waiting to hear from him, like an I'm sorry or something. So that's what's sad to me, is that I wish they had a chance to have that conversation, whatever it was, either for her to hear what she needed to hear from her brother, and for him to get, if he wanted to, get whatever he wanted to get off his chest to her. But if he's an alcoholic, that's a huge obstacle in his life. But it's also not her problem to deal with, technically. If he's an alcoholic, she shouldn't have to deal and accept with all his bullshit. So I accept that. I understand that, and I recognize that. But I just find this...
him, and I'm like, fine, I forgive him, but what the fuck? Like, I shouldn't have to forgive him just because he died. I was like, okay, no, that's...
I just, look, I mean, again, she shouldn't have to forgive him, but just the way she's talking about death is just... There's no heft to it. Just because he died, and she was like, yeah, your brother died. I'm sorry. That's not how I would speak about death, unless it was like Charlie Kirk or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a very... You know, but again, I don't know what kind of relationship she has with her chat. You know, maybe some people find the way that I talk to you guys to be like, why are you being so open with your chat? Maybe I'm looking in from the outside, okay? I'm an outsider looking in, taking a peek. That's the, you know, the relationship that she has with her community. Maybe I'm sure they know what's up with her brother. You know what I mean? Jess says we should all know less about each other. Yeah, I don't want to. Jay says, personally, if my sister died, I'd air out all the shit she put me through. I still love her, but she's not a good person, and she's caused me a lot of pain. Hoot! Ingenious Baboon. I mean, hey, Jay of the Dead, I hear you. That's your, like, again, I'm not going to tell you what to do, and I'm not telling her what to do. I'm just sharing my opinion, sort of like, on how it comes off to me. Like, I don't know her brother, but I just don't like, for some reason, I don't feel comfortable with her talking about her own brother like that. I don't know why. You know what I mean? It's just my reaction. Like, I saw this and I had kind of like a icky feeling from this video. Even if he did icky things to you, you don't have to do icky things back. And just talking about someone's death in such a, yeah, he died. I don't know. It's weird. If it's someone, like, he's your blood, but again, blood, it's complicated. It's very complicated.
Fine. And so I was just having a weird day yesterday, and I was like, like, you know, we never had a relationship. I feel like he never allowed us to have a relationship. After my dad passed away, he never tried talking to my sister and I again. So it's like, why? Like, okay, yeah, great. You passed away. Fine. Like, I don't know. I feel...
But okay, I mean, like, you guys know what I mean? I understand the situation is complicated, but like, she's talking about death like she's a child. She sounds like a child. Like, okay, you died, so I mean, I guess I have to, like... you know, I get where her mom's crying. Like, she fucking gave birth to that guy. So, what up, Haley? What up, Brew George? Total disregard for the drug context. Are you talking about me? She hasn't mentioned drugs. She just mentioned alcohol in this video. Was he on drugs as well? Dan Ali says, I think it's because it's in our culture, Anthony, that we don't nbayin or something. Yeah, I guess maybe in Arab culture we do tend to repress all this shit, right? Like in Lebanon, it's like, no shame. No, you can't talk about this. You can't talk about all these shameful things. You have to keep that hidden. If someone has like an alcohol problem, like in Lebanon, for example, it happens a lot. I don't know if it happens in the States or in Europe. If someone, now it's becoming less taboo, but like in Lebanon, if someone dies of suicide, like if a young person commits suicide, a lot of the time they'll like hide the fact that they died of suicide. Like, no, this happened or this happened. They won't really share the truth. Families have this sort of thing. So, like, some things are still kind of taboo here, like mental illness, addiction, alcoholism. Or alcoholism here is seen as, like, normal. It's probably not even seen as a problem. Everybody drinks. Oh, it's Lebanon. Everybody has a drink, you know, on every day of the week, a glass of whiskey. Everybody has 7 beers with their dinner. That happens as well. Oh, Ramadan Kareem, everyone, as well. Jay the Human says, not gonna lie, if I died, I'd be understanding if someone had something to say until people will say something eventually, but to do it to a sibling is rough. Given the context, it's not looking good. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's just a little, the way she's talking about it, it just seems a little, like, there could have been maybe a softer way to say it without seeming so, but again, I don't know the brother. I don't know what the situation is.
Bad for his kids, because his kids are actually nice to us. But it's like, damn.
Yeah, Lemon Mint Cat says, seems like they were estranged, so she doesn't have a meaningful. I get that. I get that they were estranged. I don't think it's still your brother. So just to be like, yeah, well, he died. Well, I mean, now he's dead. So like, just the way she talked about death, I don't know, just seemed not a fan. Doesn't make me less of a fan or more of a fan of Valkyrae as a content creator. I don't think I'm gonna her content is anything I would watch to begin with. Didn't she go to the boys' night with FaZe, girls' night at FaZe Clan with whoever, 2 other streamers? They did the girls' night where everyone was being like homophobic and stuff. Did I say 6-7 beers? Is that what I said? Didn't I say 7 beers? But yeah, but I get everyone in the chat. Like, I understand where everyone's coming from. Family's complicated. I know. This was just a little bit as an Arab, who I guess it is an Arab thing. Shh, keep it. Don't say anything. That's why everyone goes fucking crazy here. We all lose our shit because we don't talk. No one expresses themselves. 6-7. Okay, let's see. I have a couple little one-liners, one tweet topics. Like Dennis Quaid is pro-Trump. Let's look at that real quick. Let's just read his statement. Had a couple of other little smaller topics that I don't know if I'm gonna get to. Guys, I still don't understand the 6-7 meme. I don't know what the fuck it means. I still don't get it. So Dennis Quaid. God, what was Dennis Quaid in? He was in The Day After Tomorrow. I remember that. He was in a movie called Flight of the Phoenix. He was recently in... God, what was it called? The Substance. What made him famous back in the day? God damn. Ooh, The Parent Trap. That's where I know him from. Yeah, that's what made Dennis Quaid like the man. The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan. Fuck yeah, I remember that shit. This guy's a legend. Used to be a legend. Well, here's his take on Donald Trump and leftism in Hollywood. Dennis Quaid has criticized Hollywood for drifting too far to the left in recent years, labeling himself as a common-sense independent who leans more conservative. Just say you're a fucking Republican, dude. I'm a common-sense independent who leans more conservative. Jesus Christ, man, come on. He also described President Trump as surprisingly approachable and very funny and really genuine. He wouldn't be president if he wasn't genuine. The people who voted for him, they know that he has their best interest at heart, that he is a genuine person. Guys, America, he has your best interest at heart. Didn't he go on Piers Morgan to talk about this shit? Piers Morgan. Didn't he do that? YouTube. What's his name again? What the fuck are we talking about? What's his actor guy? Like, I already forgot his name. Dennis Quaid. God damn, I closed both links. Okay. YouTube. And no one gives a shit about Dennis Quaid. His son is in The Boys. You guys like his son, right? Dennis Quaid. Piers Morgan. Yeah, he was on Piers Morgan. I think we watched that shit. Oh, that was so boring. Yeah, this sucked.
And Nick Offerman is available now on demand in the UK. Dennis, thank you very much.
Let's see what Dennis has to say real quick. Let's remember.
Trump has come out and said that, all our seasonal workers, farm workers, we have to come up with a solution to that they can stay. But we're going out there, mostly we're getting the violent. We're getting people.
Dreadful with the best explanation. Dreadful Utopia says 6-7 means I'm dumb as fuck. Pretty much. I'll take this one. I accept this.
Who continue to break the law after breaking the law of coming into this country, and we're going to be taken over from within if we don't. Obama deported more people than Trump has.
He did.
In fact, there was no outcry.
Were they gunning people in the streets? Anyways, fuck Dennis Quaid. I just wanted to. Why'd I even bring that up? He looks so fucking creepy. What's Piers Morgan up to, though? Piers Morgan's always a good source of content. What you got going on that here channel of yours, Piers? Schwandak, what do we got? Just the beginning, Andrew compromised by Russian. Wait, is that John Idaho? No, that's not. What else we got here? Headed for trouble. Is the UK being invaded? Ooh, that's fun. Oh, that's got to be fun. You got Jank. Yo. Do you just hate Muslims? Piers Morgan versus Randy Fine. Okay. Clavicular was on Piers Morgan? Oh, come on, man. Oh, we missed so much. Clavicular is everywhere. Okay. If you guys want to watch some Piers Morgan later, we can always do that. We can watch Piers Morgan debating is the UK being invaded. That's always funny to me. God, I kind of want to watch that now. Okay. Let's get into the BAFTAs, folks. You've all seen the clip. Okay. Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were on stage at the BAFTA Film Awards. It is like the British Oscars, okay? They were presenting an award for something when a gentleman by the name of John Davidson, who has Tourette's, and he is like the producer, or there's a movie called I Swear that is based on his life, I believe, that is currently nominated for a number of BAFTAs. I Swear movie. Here, let's so this is the film. It is I guess a drama. It's not a documentary, although there has been a documentary about Tourette's that the guy has starred in before. Let's try to watch a second of the trailer. I Swear movie trailer. Let's see what this is about. We're gonna have to skip over it because of the copyrights, but
John, I need to take you shopping after football. I'm starting big school in 2 weeks.
yeah, I Swear is a fantastic title. Oh, he's having some tics. Oh shit, that's sad.
Fucking rubbish!
Oh shit. So it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be like a real look at like what it's like to live with this form of Tourette's, which Tourette's can take on multiple different shapes and forms and sizes. Sometimes it can just be tics, like we see with Ethan. He's got just like tics and stuff. Some people it leads to outbursts, audio outbursts. They curse. They'll say stuff. There's a video of someone explaining what it is later, so that we better understand it.
Hey, fucking shite! Can't help it! I was ashamed today!
Yeah, but I'm sure like this form of Tourette's has always I've always like empathized with people that have it, because it's like it's truly, you're gonna get judged. It's gonna be so hard for people not to judge you, or like to think the worst of you, to assume the worst of you. You can't stop and explain to everyone you run into the street like, hey, I have a condition, etc., etc. It's really rough. Like this seems like a super interesting movie to watch. So I'm guessing this was based on the gentleman who had the outburst, on his life. Okay. So his name is John Davidson. Trigger warning. Okay, so we're gonna hear a profanity. Okay, so trigger warning, obviously, especially, you know, it's a pretty offensive word. But keep in mind, the guy can't control it.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
So you hear that outburst. They pause for a second. Delroy Lindo gives like a face, like, okay, what the hell was that? But you know, true consummate professionals, they keep going. They don't pause. You know what I mean? They don't make a big deal out of it.
We're here to celebrate.
And keep in mind, I know this is going to be, I'm a white guy, I'm an Arab dude talking about someone saying the N-word, and I'm not going to be here to tell you how black people should react to this. Never at all. But like, for example, it's one thing if the guy had yelled out like, fuck off, or like something like, fucking nuts, suck a dick, or something. He literally yelled out like a racial slur that holds generations of trauma. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to hear that shit as well. But it's not his fault. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you guys my take on what I think should have happened, how they should have handled this whole situation. But anyways, this is the moment. Unfortunate, you know what I mean? And unfortunate that that word had to be used with these two gentlemen on stage, given the history of the word, etc. But let's learn a little bit more about the situation, and let's see how people are reacting. We're just going to play. We're going to play it again if anyone missed it. Ooh, Baltar says, I've seen it and it is a good film. Hell yeah, I would love to see that. I don't think it's out here in Lebanon. Is it available on VOD?
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making. We're here to celebrate.
Numfo says it's not an outburst, it's just a tick. Yes, it is a tick. If I called it an outburst, that's not accurate. So some people are taking it the extreme route and are accusing this person of being a racist and deliberately like choosing to say that word, like, because I think what people are wondering is like, well, why did he choose to say that word? Why did he say the N-word when he saw two black people on stage? That means he was thinking it, or that means it's like a repressed thing and he just like said it. He was thinking it, so he said it. So a lot of people are finding it like hard to like, why did he choose that word? So this is where this reaction is coming from. So Queer Latifa says Tourette syndrome doesn't make you just call black actors winning awards the N-word. This is just overt racism. Call it what it is. So she's not fucking with it. For example, Jamie Foxx says that the man who shouted the N-word at the BAFTAs meant that shit. So this is some of the you know, conversation that's happening. These are some of the takes that this dude's a racist. He was just kind of either waiting to say it, or he's a secret racist and deep inside, and that's why the N-word is even in his like Tourette's repertoire. So that's pretty sad. But a lot of people are also coming to his defense and trying to explain the situation on Twitter. Okay, so this person also thinks that, you know, they deserve an apology. This is American Requiem, so as the look on Delroy Lindo's face, and him and Michael deserve a public apology right now. So actually, what happened was after the ticks, BAFTA Film Awards host Alan Cumming thanked the audience for their understanding after a series of audible outbursts or tics, you know, from Tourette's campaigner John Davidson interrupted the ceremony. One incident saw Davidson shout the N-word while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were on stage. Davidson, the inspiration for BAFTA-nominated I Swear, was diagnosed with Tourette's at 25. His symptoms include tics and involuntary outbursts. I guess so they're calling them outbursts as part of like involuntary outbursts. I guess that's a usable term. You may have so this is what Alan Cumming said on stage after he said the N-word. You may have noticed some strong language in the background there. This can be part of how Tourette's syndrome shows up for some people as the film explores that experience, Cumming told the audience. So let's see some of the people that are sort of coming to his defense on Twitter. Brian S. says, my thoughts are with John Davidson today. Tourette's sufferer and campaigner. He's worked hard to raise awareness of a condition that makes people shout horrible things. It happened to him last night at the BAFTAs, and he's actually being condemned as a racist by idiots. So it's crazy. And again, I'm not here to tell people how to feel. I'm not here to police black people if they get offended. No one wants to hear that word, especially if you're black. That word brings with it generational trauma. It's got so much pain connected to it. It's still used today to dehumanize and debase African Americans or black people all over the world. So Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan can feel however they want in the moment, but I think that is the fault of the BAFTAs. Like, that is the fault. And I'm going to get to that in a second. Like, how could they not give the people like a heads up before the show starts? Like, it's really fucking annoying to me. Faye says, craziest thing about this BAFTA situation is that man was present because they were honoring a film about him. That was so important because it was showing how Tourette's is so misunderstood and vilified. Only for this to happen and everyone react exactly like those in the film. So yeah, that's the biggest irony. And I really want to watch the film. Did someone say it's available online? Who had seen it in the chat? Someone had seen it. Baltar said, I've seen it. Baltar, did Baltar ever respond? Can someone let me know if the movie's available to watch? I would love to watch that film. Seems super interesting. But yeah, so apparently everyone's reacting the way they shouldn't. We got Dr. Barron says, make a movie about disabled inclusivity. Get a real-life disabled person to play the part. Complain when his disability plays out in public. Absolute prog kino. I don't know what that means. We've read this one. Barbarism critic. Really depressing timeline. People on here have zero compassion for neurological disabilities and mental illness unless you can mask them enough to seem normal. We have not really progressed much in society from the lock them all up in institution days, and it's sad. Here's a clip from a documentary. So I think people should watch the film, but short of that, here's a clip from a documentary he participated in 16 years ago. It's called Tourette's, I Swear I Can't Help It. Let's watch it. I hope we don't get claimed for this. Ooh, BBC. Oh, they're going to fucking claim the shit out of this. BBC is horrible. We watched parts of the Prince Andrew BBC interview from like fucking 10 years ago or like 8 years ago when he was talking about Epstein and stuff. I got a whole episode like claimed because of that. How fucking crazy is that? And like a 10-year-old interview from the BBC. It's like news. We were reacting to it like fair. It's fucking annoying. Let's watch like 8 seconds of this.
I'm trying my best to hold it in.
Sargon! Fuck!
Okay.
Cool. Sorry.
Baltar said, I watched it in my movie group. We have our ways of getting media. I'm not sure how this one got sourced. Wink, wink. We have our ways of getting media. You don't have to. Don't worry about it, man. Everybody here understands. We've all been on the high seas from time to time, Baltar. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. We have our own ways of getting media. I love the diplomatic response. I love the safe response. I love that. You know, I did a whole video about my PlayStation 2 collection. I was the only kid in Lebanon paying $60 for like original PlayStation 2 games while everybody was buying fake games. I know what it's like to buy physical media or support, like legally acquire media and stuff. But sometimes you just got to be, you know, you got to be a little loofy.
Work is a 10-minute walk away from his home.
So I'm going to pause every few seconds just for copyright. Yeah, that sucks, man. Like, that's hard. That's got to be hard. And you're going to get instantly judged. You know what I'm saying? Like, even... I'm using Ethan as an example right now because he's the only person with that kind of Tourette's that I know. Ethan's Tourette's also sucks. I would never... I'm glad I have this one instead of this one. But Ethan, at least, it could be... You know, it's less like intrusive. You know what I mean? Like, he could walk in a supermarket, just do his shopping, get in, get out, not really affect anything. You're going to have these outbursts in public places. It's just going to be, it's going to make your life a little bit more difficult. It's going to make people judge you. It's going to make it harder for him to get work. He's probably, you know, what kind of job? He has to get some kind of job where maybe he's like behind the scenes, where they're going to put him somewhere where maybe he's not customer facing. He's never going to get a job like a hotel lobby. He's not going to get a job as a waiter. It depends. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying this to be an asshole or to be insensitive. It's just, I think that's just how people are going to deal with it.
Fuck off. When we're together, we feel...
Man with long last name says he doesn't have coprolalia. Are we talking about Ethan? Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, exactly. This is what he has. We're going to watch a video about that too.
some kind of harmony, you know, there's a connection somewhere.
I don't know. I mean, it's very sad. It's very sad to see. But I'm glad he's doing well. Like, I'm sure he's doing well. He's become a campaigner, and he uses that to give like talks around the world and like to raise awareness about Tourette's. So he's doing the best thing you can do in his situation, and more power to him. Honestly, more power to him. I wish we could watch the whole documentary together. So Delroy Lindo kind of put out a statement afterwards. Says Delroy Lindo wishes someone from BAFTA spoke to us after the N-word was shouted, as he and Michael B. Jordan were presenting. Lindo told Vanity Fair that we did what we had to do in that moment when the racial slur was said by John Davidson, who was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome and attended the BAFTA Film Awards as the subject of the film. Sources told Variety after the ceremony that floor managers informed guests and attendees sitting around Davidson of his condition. According to multiple sources, none of the nominees or attendees were contacted by BAFTA or the BBC ahead of the show to notify them. And this is where I think the biggest fucking failure. There are two things that I think they should have done completely differently. But again, we're going to get to that. We don't need to read the whole article here. Delroy Lindo. Okay, we don't need to read it again. Okay, so this seems to be a good video. This is so important. This is I don't know if this woman has Tourette's, but let's get her opinion on it. She's before we get to that, I guess I'll give you guys my take. Should I give you guys my take before we take too long? So, in my opinion, there were two options that they could have gone for, essentially, and one that is one that some people have said online, like just don't invite him. I think that would have been really fucked up. Like the whole movie is about differences, people with disabilities, and accepting people with disabilities, understanding their disabilities, trying to accommodate them. I don't know if the movie's about accommodating them, but like not inviting him, I don't think is an acceptable option. Let me just put that out there. I think two things should have been done. Okay, number one, you put a fucking disclaimer before the show fucking starts for the audience watching at home and for the audience sitting in the live auditorium where they're fucking filming this. How do you not start the show by bring Alan Cummings on stage, have him say, hey, by the way, tonight we're honored to have John Davidson with us as a guest. For those of you who might not know, John is the subject of the nominated film tonight, I Swear, which talks about a character which is based on his life and heavily inspired by his life with Tourette's. We apologize in advance for any offensive language that he might use unwittingly, without his control tonight during the broadcast. He means no offense. He simply can't control it. And I also, maybe it's not a good idea to like put him on the spot like that, but if you're going to be filmed and people don't know what to expect, you have to give that disclaimer. Just be like, hey, this is going to be happening tonight. And if they choose not to edit those things out of the broadcast for TV, like they chose not to do, even though it was broadcasted like 2 hours late, so they had 2 hours. Apparently there was a lady that screamed out "Free Gaza," and they muted that, but they kept the N-word. So either mute all of the tics and the insults for the audience at home, but you still have to give a disclaimer to people sitting in the audience. You have to be like, hey, this is what's going to happen tonight. So if you hear anything, the gentleman means no offense, so that a black man standing on stage, when he hears the N-word, the first thing he thinks about isn't like, holy shit, like, why is this person calling me that? Like, at least he'll be like, okay, I know who said this. I know why they're saying it. They can't control it, and it's fine. You had to, like, in that moment, I'm sure it felt fucking horrible for Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan to stand on that stage and hear that word being yelled out. I'm sure it felt fucking horrible. I'm sure the last thing they thought of was like, this is someone with Tourette's saying that. You know what I mean? And no, the BAFTAs shouldn't have approached anyone after the incident. Before the incident, you get ahead of this thing. You go like, hey, this might happen tonight. It's cool. It's a special case. We have a movie that it's all about Tourette's, and it's gonna happen, and we're gonna be fine with it because we have to fucking deal with it. Like, what else do we do? Or another option, and you also play that message to the audience watching at home. You play that same message to the audience at home. If you're gonna keep the words in, whatever insults he says, if you're gonna keep those into the broadcast, you tell that to the audience. Hey, by the way, tonight, if you're watching with your family, if you're watching the BAFTAs with your children, a word from the organizers. Tonight we have this very special, and again, you have to make him feel, because he is a very special guest, he's an honored guest. You don't make it like, by the way, we're dealing with this hassle tonight, this burden on the show, this man with Tourette's. No, we're honored to have this man here. You know what I mean? And despite his disability, he's more than happy to be here, and we're so honored to have him. Just fair warning, if you've got wee ones watching the broadcast at home, make sure to perhaps cover their wee little ears for what they might hear, and please don't be offended for whatever words you might hear, because again, and that's it, then whatever he says about sucking dicks, N-words, whatever the fuck you want to hear, it's fine. You know what I mean? Hey, but to just raw dog it, let people get on stage, and you have this dude fucking saying the N-word, and no one knows what the fuck is going on, and they think they're being like, how do you fucking do that? And then only after the fact, do you explain it to the audience? I think that's fucking horrible. I think that's horrible. You just announce it. Be courteous to him, because now he's getting targeted too, because you did a shit job. Like, to me, and this might be a controversial take, I'm comparing this situation to when trans athletes get fucking like attacked by people for if they win something, like if a trans athlete is competing. I'm like, bro, half the time I think the associations are also putting these athletes in like harm's way. Like, before the game starts, if you feel like the parents of if it's a college swim team, okay, you have the parents of the other swimmers are concerned that there's a trans swimmer that is going to compete with them, have like explain it to them. You have to sit them down and kind of like explain the signs to them, like, hey, this is what's going to happen, okay, this is what's happening, this is going to be a fair fucking swim, we don't want to hear fucking shit from you. If your daughter loses the race, okay, we don't want to fucking hear complaining on social media. This is the science, this is what's happening, these are the rules, this is how we came to this decision. Because ultimately they're throwing these athletes out to the wolves, I feel. And now they threw John Davidson out to the wolves. Now you have people thinking that he's a racist, that he's been waiting to say the N-word, he's suppressing the N-word and trying to say it, and like as soon as he sees black people, oh, he's just been dying to say it. Like, no. Help him. Defend him, just like you need to defend trans athletes, just like you need to defend people. Don't just throw them out to the wolves, to like an unsuspecting and uneducated population that's just going to want to attack. So, you know what I'm saying? So let's hear what this lady has to say. Her name is Jonelle Bean. Oh, so okay, she's a black woman with Tourette's syndrome. Fucking awesome. Here we go. Not awesome, I mean, I wish she didn't have Tourette's, but in this case, she's going to give us some great insight.
As a black woman with Tourette's syndrome, I think I have valuable information to add to the discourse about the BAFTAs.
Yes, you do, ma'am.
John Davidson and Michael B. Jordan and Delroy. As a black woman with Tourette's syndrome, I think I have valuable information to add to the discourse about the BAFTAs incident with John Davidson and Michael B. Jordan and Delroy. So I've made videos about this in the past. This comment is from a video that I made 3 years ago that is kind of active again because I talked about coprolalia, which is the tic in Tourette's syndrome that causes people to say obscene things socially.
Wait, how does she...
Which is, I made 3 years ago that is kind of active again because I talked about coprolalia, which is...
Coprolalia, okay. Coprolalia. I just want to see the proper way to say it.
The tic in Tourette's syndrome that causes people to say obscene things, socially inappropriate things, culturally inappropriate things. I've seen a lot of discourse, and I just kind of want to bring some education and shed some light.
Please.
I guess
we need it desperately.
Top 3 things that I've repeatedly been seeing that I'd like to give my input about is, number 1, a lot of people are saying that it seemed like that was the only time that John Davidson ticked, right when it was silent and right when it was perfect for him to say the N-word. That was the only time he ticked. Obviously, I was not there to see if he ticked throughout the rest of the show or not, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's true. A lot of times there might be motor ticks that are going on, which is movement that we might not see because obviously the camera is elsewhere throughout the show. There might have been other vocal ticks that he had said that were a bit more muffled. He might have gotten up and gone to the bathroom to let out a bunch of ticks in the bathroom before coming back. I know I've done that, and I know a lot of my friends with Tourette syndrome have done that as well. So we don't necessarily know. And sitting there and assuming that that's the only time he ticked is also giving the impression that you're assuming that he did it on purpose, which brings me to my second point. A lot of people are saying they understand that, you know, Tourette syndrome is involuntary and he can't control it, but he shouldn't have said that. That's conflicting. You are now saying that you don't understand what involuntary and uncontrollable means, because you cannot control it. Now, I completely understand the complexity and duality of the situation of, you know, John Davidson having this tick.
She's like the perfect person to talk about this. The perfect person to talk about this. And she's so, the way she's speaking about it, she's like so graceful. Ooh, Clay Ben Tree. Let me get your full name. Clay Ben Trees Jr. With a $1 super sticker. Thank you so much. You didn't even say anything. No question. Well, that's so sweet of you. Thank you for the dono. Good sir.
And even though it was unintentional, involuntary, it's still being harmful. Obviously, as a Black woman, I get it, especially in the times that we are in, politically and just in our world today. 100% understand that the intention doesn't mean that the harm or the hurt wasn't there. 100% understand that concept, which is why I feel that we should be focusing on the BAFTA's editing team as to why that was kept. Because I learned that they are pre-recorded earlier in the day, and then they look at every single second and choose what to keep and what to cut out. And people have said that there were other statements, such as political...
Unhinged that it wasn't edited out, but you want my hot take? My hot take? If you're inviting a man with Tourette's at an awards show, because you're honoring a movie about Tourette's at an awards show, it is more dignified. Okay, no, maybe because it's undignified for the African American, for the Black men on stage to have to hear the N-word. So we shouldn't have to necessarily broadcast that to the world. But by editing out his outbursts or his tics or his insults, are you trying to edit out his Tourette's in a way? Isn't that also kind of like, I mean, hey, the man has Tourette's. If you're going to invite him to the show, you either accept him fully for who he is, and I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm working through this with you guys. Do we have to, because he has Tourette's, he's invited, you're invited. We appreciate you. We're happy to have you here. We're not going to mute it out. We're not going to mute out your insults because that's part of having Tourette's, and that's what the movie's about. Like the whole movie's about, you can't control it. He can't control it. We're trying to get rid of the stigma. So would it have helped? Like, you know, does it help destigmatize Tourette's by having someone invited at the BAFTAs and, like, you know, having tics throughout the show? Or is it better to just, you know, avoid any confusion, perhaps offending people, getting him targeted by people calling him a racist? People saying they could keep it but censor the word. They could have bleeped. Yeah, they could have kept it, but bleeped as well. That way, maybe it's the best of both worlds. Like, not the best of it. It's the whole situation's bad. Saying the N-word and, like, you know what I mean? But, like, at least you acknowledge that, yeah, he's saying some stuff. He's cursing. He can't help it. So it's acknowledged by, you still hear the bleep, but you don't have to hear the actual word. What do you guys say? Clay Bentry says, accept them with loving arms. I absolutely agree with you. Clay, I think that man should be beloved. Ravy Baby says, yawning, coughing, repeated movements, rubbing my nose, sometimes sniffing my armpits. That one sucks in public. Wait, Rave, you got... Oh, that's right, Rave, you have a I'm a BPD girly, those intrusive thoughts. Rave, do you have any Tourette's? Okay, I think you mentioned it last time. But no, I like the suggestion of keeping it but censoring the word.
Statements that people voluntarily made that were cut out, yet they chose to take a moment that was probably incredibly embarrassing for the person with Tourette syndrome, and as everybody is agreeing, incredibly hurtful for Michael B. Jordan and Delroy, and probably shocking to everybody in the room, obviously, and said, we're going to keep that. Even though there was a pause before he ticked that and a pause after he ticked that between when Michael B. Jordan spoke and when Delroy spoke.
So that's a good point. The fact that she's saying it was also embarrassing for him, because I didn't stop to think, I'm stopping to think how like it affects his life. I didn't stop to think that it's also embarrassing for him, and like he's probably mortified, like, oh fuck, I can't believe I just said that word. So yeah, if the best thing to do is just edit it out, that way you can, he doesn't want to fucking deal with that all the time, be reminded of it now for the rest of his life. So I think editing it out would have probably been the best, but you still have to give everyone in that room a disclaimer before the show starts. Every single person in that audience, every actor that is going to present, every presenter, every winner, everyone in that fucking auditorium should know. And it's crazy that they wouldn't do that. It is crazy to me that they wouldn't do that.
That would have been perfect to just cut and edit there. But they chose to keep that in. That was intentional. That was voluntary.
Okay, OCD, no Tourette's. All right, deal. Got it, Ravy.
That was controllable. And so I feel all the comments on, you know, where's his apology? It was intentional, but he needs to apologize. He needs to apologize. The editing team that chose to keep that in and say, yeah, let's actually broadcast that to everybody. Let's just show that pain and hurt that they experienced to everybody. Let's just show his most embarrassing moment to everybody. That's where I feel that we...
Yeah, I think the decision that they went with like keeping that in the broadcast is hurting everyone, essentially. Everyone got hurt. He got hurt because he got maybe embarrassed in public. Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan were insulted in public and hurt, you know, with a traumatic fucking word. People in the... I mean, fuck the people in the audience. The non-black people in the audience, like, oh, shocking word. I don't give a fuck what they think. I'm mainly concerned about John Davidson and whoever... the two black men that were on stage, because the cameras were on them, they're on stage. It seemed like it was, they must have thought it was targeted at them, and every other black person in that auditorium. The whites or the browns, we can stay out of this battle. It's not our battle, okay?
We need to focus our discourse on, because what do you mean? Why would you keep that? That was intentional. And then the last myth that I wanted to talk about, or misconception I want to talk about, is people saying that it must be in his vocabulary if he said it.
Okay, this is an important point. This is an important point. People saying that, well, if he said it, that means he thinks it, or, you know, he uses it regularly and it just popped out.
Which is not how carpolalia works. It's not, the filter is removed and you can just say whatever you want to say or that you've been holding back. There's different situations that might trigger the thing that you know and have been taught socially of, this would be the worst time to say XYZ. That is where the disability comes in. And that's where it will say, I don't care, this is what you're going to say.
Oh, that sounds like such a nightmare. That sounds like such a fucking horrible thing. Like, you're mortified of this word. Like, I hope this doesn't happen, because if this were to happen, this would be the worst time and place for this to happen. And you have this voice in your head, this little like fucking piece of shit that's like, oh, you're worried about that? You don't want to say this fucking word, this exact word? Well, here you go. Like, I don't want to say I feel bad for people with Tourette's. They don't need my pity. But like, I feel for you, man. I feel for you guys. Like, that fucking sucks. Like, that is fucking mortifying. And like, you can't... Anytime, if there's children around, everyone's gonna, oh, my kids can't, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they're gonna make you feel so bad. They're gonna make you feel so bad. And like, what do you walk around with, like a bell around your neck, like warning people that I have Tourette's? Get the children out. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Do you go shop in the middle of the night? I'm sure some of them actually take those steps. Like, poor fucking people. Like, they probably have maybe exiled themselves from society. Like, maybe they'll go shop for their groceries late at night. They'll find a 24-hour supermarket. Maybe they're like, I'll go when there's the least amount of people possible. That way I don't insult people. They'll avoid going to the movie theater like during a matinee, because they're like, if there's kids there, I'll go at night. So maybe if anyone knows, but like, do they have to like self-censor and like, you know, like hide themselves from the world? I think that fucking sucks too. Like, they shouldn't have to do that, and we shouldn't have to be dicks. Clay Ben says we need better education when it comes to Tourette's. Absolutely. I think we all need to be more okay with that. Now, look, in Lebanon, I've rarely seen people with Tourette's. It's not a very common thing. So I think maybe that's why they don't educate people on it, or they don't try to accommodate it as much, because it's like, It's not all that common. Like here in Lebanon, I don't think I've ever seen anyone with Tourette's. I think someone with, when I worked at GameStop in the States, I think someone with Tourette's like walked into the store once. And I remember, I think I remember having like some kind of vague memory about that. But even the fact that I like remember like this one time like means like there's some, even maybe I stigmatized that person. And I was like, oh, that was weird. This person came in and cursed. Like if I did that 15 years ago or however long ago, I was probably an asshole. But yeah, I just hope that they don't have to like, you know, try to hide from society.
And you unfortunately say it. That is part of coprolalia. And though only about 10 to 15% of people with Tourette syndrome have coprolalia, can you imagine how incredibly hard that is? Especially if that, again, because it's not, oh, this is my filter's off, I get to say what I want to say. It's, I'm just trying to get through this airport, and unfortunately, the least thing I want to say right now is my coprolalia making me say I have a weapon and listing off the weapons you have. Or
shit, stuff like that too. Yeah, for some reason in my mind, I'm only thinking like they're gonna yell out like a curse word, like fuck, balls, shit. But no, like it could literally be like I have a weapon, like oh my god, like being on a plane and saying I have a, oh my god, dude. Can you imagine being on a plane and saying I have a bomb? How do they fly? How do you fly if you have that? Like, how do you do not, like, unless you literally tell everyone on the plane, again, you got to tell everyone on the plane, hey, hello, everyone. Someone on the plane has Tourette's and they might scream the worst thing you would ever want to hear on an airplane. Just remember, like, how do they fly? Do they have to, like, fly? Oh, my God, man.
Hard that is, especially if that, again, because it's not, oh, this is my filter's off, I get to say what I want to say. It's, I'm just trying to get through this airport, and unfortunately, the least thing I want to say right now is my coprolalia making me say I have a weapon, and the least thing I want to say right now, it's, I'm just trying to get through this airport, and unfortunately, the least thing I want to say right now is my coprolalia making me say I have a weapon and listing off the weapons you have. Or someone that you love truly and dearly, whether it's the color of their skin, the size of their body, their sexuality, and the thing that you want to say the least is forcing you to say that. Do you know how incredibly hurtful and awful that is, and how awful that makes the person feel that they have no control?
It sounds awful. It really does. I'm really curious to watch that movie now because I really like films that can put you in the shoes of someone that is going through something that you're not going through, and they make you feel like you can really understand it. I don't know if anyone here has seen Sound of Metal. It's about like this drummer who starts going deaf, and the whole movie is about his slow descent into deafness and his refusal to accept it. And he tries to do everything to like not go deaf, but like the movie did such a good job of like showing what it's like to be deaf and making you think like you're deaf at some point. Like it was it was a masterpiece. I mean, like I can't remember the year it came out. Within like the last 6 years or 7 years, starring Riz Ahmed as the main character. Brilliant film, a fucking masterpiece. I'm hoping that, I swear, can kind of translate that feeling to the screen of I can't control myself. I'm really curious as to how they're showing those outbursts. That would be a good film to watch for sure.
To stop themselves from doing that when they don't want to do that, and it is most likely not in their vocabulary. Obviously, they know words exist. There's tons of words I know exist that I don't have in my vocabulary, and I don't necessarily have coprolalia. I have Tourette syndrome, but I don't have coprolalia. But I've seen my friends with Tourette syndrome that have coprolalia and see how incredibly hard it is for them, getting kicked out of movie theaters, kicked out of restaurants, getting in trouble in school and at work.
Ah, fuck, man. To get kicked out of a restaurant. I mean, I'm trying to see, like, can you blame the restaurant owner? Can you blame the movie theater owner for kicking someone out? Yes, you can. But if they're under pressure from like the customers and the patrons and they're like, hey, we don't want to watch this movie with this person in here. Like, I understand the movie theater and like, well, I'd rather lose this one customer then lose these 30 other people who are telling me that they're going to walk out or ask for a refund. Again, I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do. Just work with me here. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of someone who, you know, like, do you kick someone out? Like, it's such a hard decision to make, because I can also understand, I guess, and I'm not trying to be a dick here, but like, I can also maybe understand, like, a parent, like, I have children here. I don't want my children to have to hear these words during the movie. Or I paid good money to come to this theater. I want to watch the movie distraction free. You know what I mean? Like, this is a serious, imagine like you're watching Oppenheimer or something, serious drama, and like there's like a silent moment, and then like someone just yells out like dick or something. Could also be, I understand how it's such a complicated illness. It's such a complicated illness. I think that the answer forever should be accommodate them. Because what are we going to have? Tourette's only screenings? What, are you going to put them alone in a room like a bunch of like freaks and make them feel like they're in a museum? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Zaytoon0 says Tourette's would definitely make me scream Allahu Akbar on a plane. Oh, I know. Oh my, if I were on a plane with Tourette's, oh my fucking God, dude, I would not know how to do. But this is such a complicated like situation. And please, if I sound insensitive and I'm like, well, I can kind of understand, like, again, family restaurant, poetry reading. Now again, poetry reading, I think people would understand because everyone's gonna be open-minded and chill. If you like poetry, you understand Tourette's, you're like, yeah, it's fine. We're all here together, family. But like, I can see some situations where a business owner might choose, just for the good of their business, or not the good, if they think it's for the good of their business, they might even be empathetic, they might even be sweet people and understand and not be like dicks about it, but be like, sir, I'm sorry, like, we have 10 families here, they all got a bunch of kids, everyone's complaining, everyone's threatening to leave us a 1-star review on Yelp, but then they're putting it all on the... So I think the problem is education, lack of education. It all comes back to education. Even if Tourette's is rare and people with coprolalia are only 10 to 15% of people with Tourette's have that, you have to give people a heads up, because haram, these people can't be living their lives like this, afraid to go out to the movies, afraid to go out and show themselves in public. Like, no. It's like you're telling someone with a physical disability, you got to hide yourself. You're going to scare the children. I often think about that as well. Like people with haram, like, you know, someone with they got in a very bad car accident that has left their face, you know, scarred, or, you know, it doesn't look like it used to. Should they not leave the house because the way they appear might frighten someone? No, they shouldn't. They should live their fucking lives. And we should make sure to accommodate them. We should always accommodate people that are struggling, that are suffering. In some scenarios, in some cases, maybe there could be some exceptions. Like, for example, if it's, I don't know, like a play or a movie where the whole point is you have to be silent because you're watching something, maybe, but then it's discriminatory. It's discriminatory. There's no way. I'm trying to be like, but maybe in this situation, but then I'm just imagining myself turning someone away. Someone has their ticket, someone paid for their ticket to enjoy whatever show, entertainment, whatever it is, to sit with people, with everyone else, and you're like, sir, I'm sorry, I can't accept your ticket. We can't accept your kind around here, essentially. I can't. It's always coming off as discriminatory. Even if the Tourette's is going to be a distraction. Like, yes, the person having Tourette's might make your dinner a slightly more awkward experience. It might make the movie you're watching a slightly, you know, a more distracting experience. That super serious moment between those two characters, maybe it felt a little goofy when the guy screamed, "Suck dicks!" in the back 2 seconds before it happened. But I think if people also learn to see the funny side of it, like also, like, if you laugh, if the audience starts, like, and tell me, again, I like this, we're having like a conversation. Would it make the person with Tourette's feel more comfortable if the audience like laughed or cheered every time they cursed? Like, that's what I would make it a game. Like, you know what, guys, we have someone tonight. We have John in the audience. He's got Tourette's. We're all watching this movie together, and John might say some things that are hurtful and distasteful, but we're going to try to have some fun with it. So every time John screams something out, we're all going to cheer. That's what I would do. I would make people cheer when the person would have an outburst. That way it's like you make it into a fun experience. The person with Tourette's doesn't have to feel embarrassed. You know, I'm smiling at my own idea because I feel like that would be so fun. And everyone just cheers and fucking laughs. It's like when waiters drop a plate at a restaurant, instead of like, everyone goes quiet. Here in Lebanon, I don't know if they do that in the States, people will cheer sometimes, like, hey, it's like, get rid of the pressure. Don't make the waiter feel bad. Don't ruin the vibes in the restaurant. People just cheer when someone drops and breaks a plate. Let's just fucking do that with Tourette's. Just fucking cheer like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, you go that. You fucking go. Numfo says, I don't think they'd want the attention. I mean, look, but Numfo, if you're going to a movie theater, this is what I'm trying to say though. If you're going to a movie theater to watch a film with a bunch of people, you are getting the attention by screaming out insults. It's beyond your control. It's out of your control. But like, you're already going to get that attention. So I feel like you can just alleviate some of the awkwardness by just making like a game out of it. Like when people go to watch The Room in the theater and then they throw spoons at the screen every time they see a spoon come off. You make like a fun game out of it. Again, I'll always defer to the person with Tourette's. Does that make you feel comfortable? We're not going to start clapping. But I also Lemon Mint Cat says that feels too stressful in another way. Obviously it could also be stressful. Noxolotl, $2 that thinks I think education is the best approach to helping. I do agree. I don't know if I read that already, but I absolutely agree. Yeah, Haley D says if someone screamed suck dicks in the theater, I'd laugh like a motherfucker. Exactly. Why am I adding clapping? Because if you just laugh, this is where it might feel like you're laughing at them. So just laughter, I would obviously want to laugh, but if you cheer, if you clap, you're getting rid of that, because I think laughter on its own could be seen as like, okay, you're making fun of that person, and I feel embarrassed. But if you add clapping to it, it's fucking awesome. You're like laughing, you're hooting, you're hollering, you're having a good time. Look, that's what I would do. Okay? Yeah, Jess Polito says, oh, like turn it into a Rocky Horror Picture Show type of thing. Yeah, exactly, where people like interact with the movie. I've never seen, I don't know what people do during Rocky Horror Picture Show. I know that they sing along with it, but like kind of like a sing along. But I know in The Room, they'll throw spoons at the screen. They'll do all that sort of shit. Oh, cool. GF the Dead says, I've seen someone with Tourette's get up in front of a theater and warn everybody before the movie starts so that they're prepared. That is also what I would do. I would recommend that. And if I were, speaking for myself, if I'm in a movie theater, and one of my fellow patrons gets up and says, hey, hello, everyone. My name is Billy. I have Tourette's, and I'm going to be and I'm going to be here with you guys in the film tonight. By the way, I have Tourette's. I might scream out a couple of things that you guys might find distasteful. I can't control that. I'm really sorry. I myself would appreciate it. I'd be like, hey, sorry, going through that, and I would not want to refund. I would not want to leave my seat or anything. I would be more than happy to accommodate the person. The last thing you want is for like if a kid has Tourette's, like, do you want their family to like have to rent out a whole theater, have to pay a couple $100 if they can't afford it, to have them just so that their kid can watch a movie and like feel normal? No, just fucking give a disclaimer. Tell people what's going on. Maybe if he's a young kid with Tourette's and it's a kid full of theaters, you don't want the kids to hear that. Maybe I can understand that, but like also just normalize it. Fuck it. Which kid hasn't heard the word balls or dick or fucking or suck? They've heard it all, okay? So just destigmatize it. If laughing and clapping doesn't bother the person, you can make a fun game out of it. Fuck it. If that's a bad idea, then I completely accept that. Give a disclaimer. I'm speaking for myself, I'd be okay with it. If I'm in a theater with someone with Tourette's, as long as it's like, look, if it's like every 3 seconds and like the movie is unwatchable, like, I'm sorry, no, I will leave. Fuck, dick, balls. And I'm not making fun of it. Like that would be like too much. I can't, you know? But if it's like one tick or one insult, or like every few minutes, every 10 minutes, they'll say one thing, that's fucking fine. I'm okay. I go to the movies in Lebanon here. Do you know what people do? They have fucking phone calls. They do business deals on the phone. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm trying to watch the movie. So here it gets kind of crazy. I know you already deal with a bunch of shit in the theaters. But you know. Clay Bentry says, it makes me feel so happy that we have streamers and content creators like yourself in the space who are advocating for people with disabilities. Well, thank you so much, Clay Ben. I think most people see what's happening in this case. I'd be shocked if a lot of people were like going after the man, you know what I mean, for the situation. I think we all understand that he can't control it. But for African Americans or for black people that do feel hurt by it, or that it's going to take them a little bit longer to be okay with it, I also completely understand that. You know what I mean? It's a very hurtful and traumatic word, and no one wants to hear that, so I'm not going to tell anyone how to feel.
When they're just trying to live and function in society like us. So I don't think it's helpful to think and say, oh, that must have been part of his vocabulary. He's just been dying to say it. And I also don't think it's helpful for you to say to people with Tourette's, well, then y'all just don't need to be out.
Barry Harris Jr. asks, did he use any other racial slurs when he saw anyone else on stage or just when he saw two black people? Well, just like as this lady is saying, we don't know for sure. And I mean, I'm sorry. There's like no, I mean, I was going to say there's no equivalent for white people that is as hurtful or nearly as powerful as like the N-word, like what, a cracker? Are you fucking kidding me? I think other races have very derogatory terms. As far as I know, it was just this. But again, this lady, Jonelle Bean Barry, explains that basically coprolalia in Tourette's makes you say the worst thing at the worst time. Like when you're thinking in the back of your mind, this would be the worst thing to say this, that is when it hits and that is when it strikes. So that's kind of the situation.
And about in public, if you could say that, because what we're not going to do is go back in time to the ugly laws where they had people with disabilities locked away and had a rule that they couldn't be out and about. That's real history. So we're not about to go back and do that.
Yeah, like that seems to be the alternative, right? Like just don't invite them. They can't go anywhere. They're not allowed to go to restaurants. They can only they can't go to supermarkets. They can't go to amusement parks. They can't go to this. That. What can they do? What are they supposed to do? You know, they can only shop after midnight. They can only go out at night. What are they, lepers? And again, back in the day, how they used to treat people with leprosy. I'm not being an asshole. Jess says Anthony's are wholesome, compassionate, benevolent Assyrian king descendant of Sargon the Great. If only Sargon the Great was as benevolent as I am. Yup, Numfo says it used to be illegal in America to be disabled in public. That's way too fucking funny. I'm sorry, that's fucking hilarious. Sir, what are you doing there? I'm gonna have to arrest you for being disabled in public. Jay says, oh my god, imagine having to interact with cops when you have Tourette's. Imagine being black, having Tourette's, and having to interact with cops. Immediate shot to the head. You would be immediately murdered. That's fucking crazy. That's such a good point.
We're not.
Okay, great TikTok, great video by Janelle. I had this other video of this lady. Why do people with Tourette's swear? She has Tourette's. I guess it would be redundant with the video we just watched. We don't need to see this again. So the BBC has apologized for not removing the racial slurs from the BAFTA's broadcast. Marina asks, unrelated, but Anthony, do you know Assyrian? I know like a couple of words. I know mutuwet spay, which is how are you? Good. And you could say, yes, spay, you eat. Spay means good, and eat means and you. So mutuwet means how are you? And Assyrian, guys, ancient languages. I'm teaching you ancient languages here. Ain't nobody know that shit. So mutuwet means how are you? You say spay, it means I'm good. Eat, it means in you good. Then you say, yeah, spay. I guess they say spay, I don't know. Also, I know like another word, I know shmi. The word shmi either means drink or listen in Assyrian. I think it means drink. Shmi, like Anakin Skywalker's mother. Shmi! Oh, shmi. Okay, anyways. BBC apologized. Let's see what the BBC had to say. After an audience member with Tourette's syndrome shouted a racial slur at Cinestars Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo during the BAFTA ceremony, the BBC has issued an apology. Jordan and Lindo were presenting the award for Best Visual Effects during Sunday's ceremony when John Davidson, a man with Tourette's syndrome, who was the subject of the film I Swear about the disorder, shouted the N-word and other curse words from the audience. BAFTA host Alan Cumming initially apologized to the audience for the strong and offensive language. Tourette's syndrome is a disability, and the tics that you have heard tonight are involuntary, which means the person who has Tourette's syndrome has no control over the language, Cumming said. We apologize if you were offended. The moment was not edited out of the award show broadcast on BBC One Sunday, but later was removed from the BBC iPlayer Monday morning. In a statement, the BBC said some viewers may have heard strong and offensive language during the BAFTA Film Awards. This arose from involuntary verbal tics associated with Tourette's syndrome, and as explained during the ceremony, it was not intentional. Tourette's syndrome is a neurological disorder characterized by involuntary, repetitive movements. Okay, we know that. So the statement said some viewers... This arose from involuntary terms. Okay, what else did they say? That's it? Okay. Davidson, the man who shouted, including Robert, according to multiple reports, Davidson left the ceremony of his own Oh, he left? Oh, that's so fucking sad, dude. According to multiple reports, Davidson left the ceremony of his own accord partway through. What the fuck, man? Why'd you have to fucking do what? You see? Like, why? Like, Will fucking Smith. I'm sorry. Will fucking Smith got on stage, physically assaulted another man, and he literally fucking sat there for the rest of the night, and then won an Oscar, got on stage and fucking cried, and he was fucking allowed to fucking sit there after, again, physically beating a man. And this fucking guy involuntarily said a word that he couldn't control, and he felt so bad and so embarrassed that he fucking left. Are you kidding me? That just made me so fucking sad to read this. That made me so fucking sad to read this. He left the fucking event, dude. That's so fucking depressing. I can just imagine be like, oh, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. I'm a nuisance. I just said the N-word. I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, dude. This whole story has given me so much more empathy for people with Tourette's. Dare I say even Ethan Klein? Ethan, I'm kidding. Ethan, of course I feel bad for Ethan having, I don't feel bad as in like pity. I wish he didn't have it. I wish he were healthy. But like his condition is nothing like this. But like I really feel for what this guy's going through. Having to leave, yani, makes me sad. Zaytun says, you sound like Steve Pemberton. Steve Pemberton was South Park? Oh, the fuck is that? British actor, comedian, and director and writer. I don't know what the fuck that is. He does. His top picture looks familiar, but I've seen him in something. Keep fucking wives. Keep fucking my. Hey, I'm not even gonna repeat that. It's too dirty. But yeah, that made me hate Will Smith forever. I will never see Will Smith the same way again. Jay of the Dead, please tell me y'all know the Will Smith rap. Yes, I do. Have I ever seen that? Have we seen that on stream is my question? But yes. Will it get me copyrighted? It was so bad, dude. We'll watch it in a second. Yeah, Lemonade. Oh my God, that was so bad. We'll try to watch this. I think this might get us copyrighted, though. So let me just see what else the BBC has said. Sinner's production designer Hannah Beachler was in attendance at the ceremony, and she shared additional details on X, criticizing the initial apology made by Cumming during the show. Says, I keep trying to write about what happened at the BAFTAs, and I can't find the words. The situation is almost impossible, but it happened 3 times that night, and one of the 3 times was directed at myself on the way to dinner after the show, she shared, and the 3rd time was at a black woman. I understand and deeply know why this is an impossible situation. I know we must handle this with grace and continue to push through, but what made the situation worse was the throwaway apology of if you were offended. Yeah, again, as a black person, I also... Again, if they didn't know, dude, imagine being a black person, not knowing this person has fucking Tourette's. You're going to the bathroom and someone shouts the N-word at you. Like, that's like scary as well, not just insulting. Like, is this person gonna fucking hit me? Like, what's gonna happen to me? Like, it could be scary as well. Jim D. Dukers, holy shit, with a 5 gifted membership. Hello. Jim says, hello, howdy y'all. Just a quick drive-by on a busy day. Jim, yatik al-afia. Hopefully you get some time to rest and sit down and take good care of yourself. Grab a good bite to eat. We appreciate you. We love you, Jim. Thank you so much for the generous. We got 5 new members. Clay, Clay, you're now a member. Fucking awesome. Clay, sweet. Skippy House, Charlene, Cape Commute, and Hassan OBD. Cool. Thank you so much, Jim. By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Did you guys enjoy the conversation with Alex yesterday? I felt like I was a little bit out of it yesterday. I apologize. Like, thinking back at some of my... I don't know why I felt like... I'm my own biggest critic. I felt like... I always feel like I'm not a very good interviewer, or like that. Like, I'm sometimes awkward with people that I've never met before. But Alex was such a chill guy. I hope if you guys watched the stream, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go support Alex. Is such a nice dude. I want to send him a DM on Twitter and talk to him of some of my ideas that I had. But Jim, we love you. Okay, but is this the BBC said nothing basically? What a horrible statement. Okay, so John Davidson actually put out an apology. No, Haley, not with the age-appropriate women. Like, he did like a random rap. Okay, so yeah, Chris said, fuck yeah, Chris enjoyed it. Chris, you're surprised he came. Why are you surprised he came on the show? You think I got no juice? You think I got no pull? Did you not watch our Palestine fundraiser? We had all the stars, all the celebrities. We got everybody. So this is a statement by John Davidson. Full statement. I want to thank BAFTA and everyone involved in the awards last night for their support and understanding and inviting me to attend the broadcast. I appreciated the announcement to the auditorium in advance of the recording. Oh, so there was a thing. They did tell the audience. What the fuck? I appreciated the announcement to the auditorium in advance of the recording, warning everyone that my tics are involuntary and are not a reflection of my personal beliefs. So they did warn them? So why were people shocked and shit? I'm sorry. Okay, this is what I've been criticizing them for an hour. I've been saying that they didn't warn people, but apparently they did. Maybe not well enough, I guess. Maybe they should have sent a letter to like all of the actors because some of them might have arrived late or they're not sitting with a general auditorium. But like if they told people, what is all the hub about? That was my biggest criticism. Like, why would you not give the people a heads up? And apparently they did. Kind of crazy. I was heartened by the round of applause that followed this announcement and felt welcomed and understood in an environment that would normally be impossible for me. In addition to the announcement by Alan Cumming, the BBC and BAFTA, I can only add that I am and always have been deeply mortified if anyone considers my involuntary tics to be intentional or to carry any meaning. I was in attendance to celebrate the film of my life, I Swear, which more than any film or TV documentary explains the origins, condition, traits, and manifestations of Tourette's syndrome. I've spent my life trying to support and empower the Tourette's community and to teach empathy, kindness, and understanding from others, and I will continue to do so. I chose to leave the auditorium early into the ceremony as I was aware of the distress my tics were causing. Haram, man. That's so sad. That's sad, honestly. And I think I scrolled down and someone was like saying that's not a good enough apology. Okay, no, these people seem to be feeling it. He shouldn't have to apologize. Everyone on the internet should be apologizing to him for being dumb fucks. I agree. Here's a clip from the film.
My client is now going to give evidence. Mr. Davidson, will you please...
This is definitely going to get us copyrighted, bro. Does this actor also have Tourette's? I believe this actor has Tourette's. Hermio, hello. Hermio says, literally the Kanye situation.
Mr. Davidson, will you take the oath?
Oh, no. Why are they still playing this? But apparently we black folks are supposed to get over it immediately or we're ableist. Oh, no, absolutely not. Like, yeah, Hermio, I completely also understand, like, black people that are offended at this have every right to be offended. Take all the time. They should take all the, like, someone like me, I'd be like, oh, okay, he didn't mean it. Tourette's, absolutely. But a black person hearing the N-word getting screamed at them, especially the two gentlemen standing on stage, like, horrific. Horrific. The apology should be to the actors on stage. Yeah, I do think he should have maybe mentioned the actors because, again, it felt like a targeted insult because he used the N-word when two black people were on stage. It feels like it was literally targeted at them. If he had said again, balls or fuck, I guess a general apology is fine. Maybe because he did use the N-word, he should have apologized a little bit more. But then, it's so complicated. But like, again, like, does he have to apologize for his disability every single day to every single person personally? I think if we accept that he has Tourette's, I think as a non-black person, as a white person, so again, my words don't matter in this situation at all. Because he has Tourette's and he's been struggling with this for he was diagnosed when he was 25. He had it since he was a kid. I think he's earned the right to just be like, I'm sorry for any offense I may have caused without him getting too detailed. Like, I'm sorry I said this in front of you, and I'm sorry that I said this in front of you, because he wouldn't finish. If he has these outbursts every few minutes, he's going to owe everyone a detailed apology. And, you know, no, this is a different case. It was on television. It was televised. Again, it was a more powerful insult than like saying fuck you. But I think we should give this man the grace, and just like he already has to deal with this every day. Like like as bad as it was, I'm sorry for Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan. He lives with this condition every single day. He lives with this condition every single day, and people look at him like he's a freak or like whatever every single day. So it was a very uncomfortable and offensive and disgusting moment. But he is also suffering. He's also suffering. He just involuntarily caused suffering in this situation, and there would have been no suffering had these actors been told his situation prior, I think. Anyway, are you guys saying that like we should forgive Kanye for what he did? Because I read his, didn't I watch it? I think we either read his statement or I watched his I read his apology. I don't think I read it on stream, but I also did watch his apology to the rabbi, and I honestly thought it was a very heartfelt like apology. I do believe that Kanye did a lot of this bad shit because of his condition, but I also don't want to perpetuate the idea that like people with bipolar disorder can necessarily say racist things. So all that sort of thing. Anyways, I think we're done with this. You guys want to take a little break and watch the freestyle? Will Smith. Speaking of slaps and Oscars and people remaining at the Oscars.
Yo,
oh, I got a nice little Homer Simpson. I just need to get like a quick snack. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna get one little snack for myself. I'll be right back, okay? Here, let's you guys look at this for a second. We're back. Oh, I'm having the same. I'm having the same snack I had a couple days ago. Turkish Delight biscuit sandwich. Demi made the best cookies, but we ate all of them this weekend. So I got no more of the cookies left, but this will be. I guess this will be a fine replacement. Not even replacement, just like, you know. I'm gonna have to settle for Turkish Delights. But I'm gonna get. Oh, Marina says I was punched by a patient in her manic episode, and she hugged me and apologized when she got her proper treatment and got told what she did by her mom. Yeah, that must have been horrifying for her. That's the thing. Like, these things are as horrifying for the patient, for the person suffering, as it is for like their victims or perceived victims. But this was a fun topic to talk with you guys today, and I know it's a tricky topic to talk about, even the Valkyrie one. But thank you guys for being open and like just being understanding in case I said anything, because it's talking about disabilities and someone saying the N-word, and like you could say something and sound insensitive or something, and doing live stuff and talking about tricky things, and you can come off as insensitive or as saying the wrong thing. So I do like the fact that y'all give me the room to, you know, be stupid sometimes and make mistakes. Because, you know. Okay. Let's listen to Will Smith a little bit, shall we? Not a fun topic. Yeah, I didn't. The Tourette's wasn't a super fun topic. It was just an interesting topic. I felt like I wanted to say something about it. I wanted to like debate it with you guys because I get why the video is shocking, but to me, it could have been solved. And it's good to discuss solutions. What can we do? Education at the end of the day. Just like, I'm going to make sure like now, whenever I have kids, I'm going to teach them. Some people have Tourette's. You might be in a supermarket sometime and you might see someone screaming profanities. They can't control it, etc. It's now something that I'm going to make sure to instill in me children.
Yo, what's that word? It's Lotto, and we live with another episode of Lunch Break Freestyle. We got the legend Will Smith at the table today. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Goddamn, it's gonna be bad, guys. If you've never seen this, I'm warning you.
Lyrical lemonade. Okay, I like this. Yeah, y'all got me a little nervous. I know that I be on some other shit. I know that I'm different. I be on some y'all don't understand it. I don't mention it. Made it to the top of Hollywood without a membership. Killed them in July, then I switched to my December shit. I be overcoming shit that y'all be having trouble with. Let them run their mouths. I mean, really, that's what come with this. They built a wall, but I'm jumping it and loving it. They want me to be done with it, but I'm still having fun with it. Writing songs, writing checks, writing history, righting wrongs, but I'm still right mentally. I go to sleep and my ancestors.
1 second. One second. I've got to watch this again.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? All right? Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Look at that motherfucker laughing. Laughing at the joke. We remember you laughing at that joke, Will, you motherfucker. He's enjoying it. She's not happy. We all remember what happened. She's hating it. He's like, oh, good old Chris. Not Chris, called him Chris Tucker. What's his name again? Chris Rock. Sorry, guys, 2 Chris's, okay? Good old Chris Rock making me laugh. Oh my, he's also, don't forget, he's Jada Pinkett Smith's co-star in the Madagascar movies. She voices the hippo and he voices the zebra. You know what I mean? They're co-stars. They've worked together, those motherfuckers. It's a good time. Will Smith is laughing. He's like, what? Dude, I watched this shit live, man. This was so fucking weird.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
I was like, it's like, Will, is this like, are they yucking it up? Is this some kind of like a prank? This is like a staged thing. What's Will gonna do? Like, just give him a kiss on the cheek? Smack!
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
And like, yeah, the slap would have been, like, the slap was bad enough. Like, the slap was bad. To me, what was more shocking was the yelling. Like, Will Smith's lips, like, quivering, like, don't say my... Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the slap, you could have... If he just slapped him and went and sat back down, weirdly enough, it could have gone, like, unnoticed. Like, he said, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. And they could have just, like, played it off as, like, oh, he made fun of my wife. He smacked me maybe a bit too hard, but, like, I guess it was some kind of a bit. This made it so fucking awkward right here, dude. This fucking part.
Out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yes. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going.
Yo, man, that was so... Yeah, I said zebra, Haley. I say zebra. I wanted to trigger you guys, so I said the zebra. Look at this. He's so fucking angry, man. This is so horrible. Yeah, the shouting. Honestly, the shouting made it worse. Like, this part, to me, obviously hitting someone is worse and more painful, but, like, this made him seem even more unhinged. Again, if he just slapped... Because Chris Rock kind of laughed off the slap. He was like, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. He was ready to, like, keep going, you know? But then, like, he was like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Like, what are we doing, dude?
Going to, okay? Okay.
And what, again, like... I want to talk about, like, a professional. He kept fucking presenting the award, dude. He could have done 100 things. He could have laid into fucking Will Smith, made every single fucking joke we've all fucking heard about Will Smith for years. You know what I'm saying? And he just fucking...
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Damn, man. Yeah, that was so fucking awkward. So let's go look. Funny, well, look, he's fun.
Visit me. They surrounded me, gave me the vision vividly, gave me a lion to protect me in this industry. Now I just walk and he chewed through my enemies. Feel like I'm just getting started. They tried to finish me. I'm like the universe, infinite. There's
motherfucker, you finished yourself. You finished. I honestly, I don't think I've seen a Will Smith movie since he did that. Like, I'm just so uncomfortable when I see him. He seems like a fucking psycho to me now. He seems like so fake. Anytime he smiles, like, hey, I'm like, you're fucking hiding something, you fucking freak. You fucking psycho. Like, I just don't. I used to love Will Smith. Who didn't used to love Will Smith? He used to be such a likable dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the least controversial, most likable. He seemed like approachable. Like, if you were to run into Will Smith in the street and tell him, like, hey, I'm a fan, I would imagine he would give you a great experience. He would be really nice to you, would take a photo, wouldn't be obnoxious, wouldn't be pretentious. That's the vibe Will Smith gave, right? You know? And that was his bread and butter for years, like the everyman. Holy fuck, dude. He fucking destroyed all of that in one night. That one fucking slap undid that whole thing. Hermio says, hot take, that punch was the most entertaining thing about... Oh, of course! Are you kidding me? That was the best. And all the talk that followed afterwards.
No end in me. This is the bounce back. Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back.
Oh my god, man. No, Will. Don't do that shit. You're 55. There are things that it's okay to let go of these things.
Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back. Here come the bounce back. Keep your eyes on him. This is the bounce back. With these mics, I feel like I'm Customato. 100 rounds of life, but still boxing my shadow. Yeah, I took a knee, never threw in the towel though. Hip hop's Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo. Goal scored on these boys. I done won damn near every single award on these boys. Sold out movie theaters and even tours on these boys. Feeling like a mop wiped the floor with these boys. People ask me how I do it. I just bite off more than I can chew. Then I chew it. Yeah, y'all jokers thought I blew it. I pulled the pin out the grenade on purpose when I threw it. And even though
I'm glad my dad is a rapper and like still insists on rapping in his like 60s. Like, Dad, please don't. I have friends have a reputation online. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me, Dad. Like their kids are weird. Their whole family's fucking weird. I don't like the Smiths. I don't like the Pinkett Smiths. Okay. We are now going to get into something a little random. We went on very long about the BAFTA thing. I apologize. Or you're welcome if you enjoyed it. We're now going to get into something a little personal to me. The worst travel vlogger I've seen in my life. I mentioned him. We touched on this guy yesterday on Better Left Unsaid. We were talking about Cuba, and I mentioned
love you, bro. Bon dia.
So I was trying to do...
That was like 5 years ago. Who said the economy is completely bad?
Alex. He's like, I want to ask him about Cuba. I wanted to ask him about Iran and stuff. So I'm like, Cuba, holy shit, like what's happening in Cuba? I was a little behind on the news, folks. I'm sorry. So then I remembered what was happening. But then so I looked into it and I saw that, okay, they're out of gas, all of this shit. I'm like, holy fuck. They're blocking all the petroleum. And Trump is stopping Venezuela from sending them anything. And I'm like, holy shit, it's looking really dire. Then I find this fucking vlog, okay? I find this fucking guy. Let's open his channel. Videos. His name is K squared. His name is Kurosh Kamyabi. Ooh, let me write this in the so that he finds it. I want you to see this, Kurosh. You understand me, Kurosh? He's from Iran, I guess, which ain't no problem. We're friends with Iranians here. We're friends of Iran. So I see this thumbnail, okay? I ignored Western media and went to Havana, Cuba. Now, I guess I didn't really read it properly. I thought, when you say I ignored Western media and went to Havana, Cuba, what I thought was, like, I watched all this Western media. I'm going to show you, like, this vlog is going to show you that Western media has been lying about Cuba. The situation is great there. You've been lied to. We're going to go have a banging good time in Cuba, okay? So I'm looking at this thumbnail. I'm like, okay, shit, so... And then I hovered over the screen and you see like this breakfast, and then when you click on it, look at that. When you click on the video.
When most people think of Havana, they think of the old buildings, old cars, and a city frozen in time. But that's not the whole story.
Today, we're exploring the streets of Havana, seeing the neighborhoods, the lifestyle, and the side of Cuba that doesn't usually make headlines.
So he's making you think like you're gonna see the good side, you're gonna see the fun side of Cuba that you never see. They tell you it's like bad. No, you see the guy drizzling the thing on his dessert. You think it's all old and shit. No, it's not all old. It's really great.
Old cars and a city frozen in time. But that's not the whole story.
But that's not the whole story, guys. It's not a city frozen in time.
Today, we're exploring the streets of Havana, seeing the neighborhoods, the lifestyle, and the side of Cuba.
Someone say Lemon Mint Cat says I can't hear anything. Try refreshing. Oh wait, Jay, I skipped the best part of the rap or the Will Smith rap. Really?
That doesn't usually make headlines. We'll also be feeding some street animals and giving back to the Cuban people along the way. This is my first time in Cuba. Let's go see what it's actually like.
And we are starting off in my home airport, Toronto Pearson.
You guys are gonna have to indulge me on this because we're gonna talk about the Cuban because he's been to Lebanon too. We're gonna watch a bit of his Cuba stuff, like 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna show you his Lebanese vlog. This man's been to Lebanon. He brought his shitty travel vlogging skills right here to my own fucking country. So look at that. Jay, we'll get back to it later. I promise you.
Frozen here, guys. Polar vortex. When I get to Cuba, it'll be plus 25 degrees. So that'll be a 51.
You want to run it back? Okay, fuck. Dreadful, we'll run it back. Let's go, and then we'll get back to this. I introduced this whole... I'm going to have to redo my whole intro so that I can clip this, okay? So I can clip it. What am I doing? Will Smith. Rap. No, not from the beginning.
Keep your eyes on him. This is the bounce back. With these mics, I feel like I'm Customato. 100 rounds of life, but still boxing my shadow. Yeah, I took a knee, never threw in the towel though. Hip hop's Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo. Goal scored on these boys. I done won damn near every single award on these boys. Sold out movie theaters and even tours on these boys. Feeling like a mop wiped the floor with these boys. People ask me how I do it. I just bite off more than I can chew. Then I chew it. Yeah, y'all jokers thought I blew it. I pulled to...
I already memorized that. It's already catchy. I chew off more than... I bite off more than I can chew. Then I chew it. Yeah.
Pin out the grenade on purpose when I threw it. And even though I'm an action star, sometimes I'ma act bizarre.
Oh, yeah. That's the clip I saw on Twitter. That's the only reason I even knew what the song was, Jay. How could I? I forgot it was even in there. Sometimes I act bizarre. Dad, stop. Please, you're embarrassing me. Stop it, Dad.
I pulled the pin out the grenade on purpose when I threw it. And even though I'm an action star, sometimes I'ma act bizarre. Cause I'm an artist at heart. I'm not just an actor, y'all. This is the bounce back. Yeah. Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back. Here come the bounce back. Keep your eyes on them. This is the bounce back. Yeah. Let's eat.
By the way, make sure to like the stream. If you're watching live, click that like button. Okay. Jay, you're welcome. Okay, guys. The worst vlogger in the world. His name is K-Squared. Gotta talk about this guy for a second. So I was looking up some Cuba news yesterday on YouTube to get some updates, learn what's happening in the world. And this guy's vlog comes up because I guess Cuba was popping off on the algorithm. Everyone's talking about Cuba. So this guy, K-Squared, his name is Kurosh Kamyabi, a Iranian travel vlogger, I guess, who's recently been to Lebanon. We're going to talk about this. He was in Lebanon 3 months ago, and then he came back. Oh, he said Beirut is the most underrated city? So I only watched one of his vlogs. Okay, he has 3 Lebanon vlogs? 4? 5? Haley sends $5 and says, the Geneva Convention wants to have a word with you, Anthony. What do I have to do with this, Haley? Was it my fault? I can't change what's going on. Ung thought he cooked. He did. Haley, thank you so much for the generous donate. You're crazy. You got to stop donating, Haley. You've single-handedly kept my gaming channel afloat this month. So this guy went to Cuba. And this is a thumbnail. I ignored Western media and went to Havana, Cuba. So did my little pea-brain think. I'm like, oh, this guy's going to show us the nice side of Cuba. He's going to show us what the Western media doesn't show us. He ignored Western media and went to Cuba. And then you click on his vlog, and it starts off all well and good. You know what I mean?
When most people think of Havana, they think of the old buildings, old cars, and a city frozen in time. But that's not the whole story. Today, we're exploring the streets of Havana, seeing the neighborhoods, the lifestyle, and the side of Cuba that doesn't usually make headlines. We'll also be feeding some street animals and giving back to the Cuban people along the way. This is my first time in Cuba. Let's go see what it's actually like. And we are starting...
Haley, I didn't ask, again, Haley, if you're talking about the Will Smith song, it wasn't my fault. You got to go for Jay. Okay? He's the one unleashing this song on you all. So please, again. And we owe it to Dreadful for for making them listen to California Dreaming this many times.
Off in my home airport, Toronto Pearson. It's frozen here, guys. Polar vortex. When I get to Cuba, it'll be plus 25 degrees. So that'll be a 51 degree.
Cuba, supposedly on some kind of humanitarian mission, okay?
Increase.
And to show us how great Cuba is.
After a 3.5-4 hour flight. I usually only travel with a carry-on, sometimes even a backpack, but I'm going to Cuba, so I loaded up these 2 luggages with pet food and cans of tuna and chicken breast to hand out to
people. Look how much fucking pet food. This guy's going, by the way, this guy's going to a country where people are starving. They're blocked off from the world. They're not getting any gas, no petroleum. They can't drive. They can't power their houses. They can barely fucking cook, using electronics or any electrical goods.
So I loaded up these 2 luggages with pet food and...
Look at that. This is cat food, dog food, and some cans of tuna. This guy went to fucking Cuba and literally just brought, not that dogs and cats don't deserve food, but you're going to see what's going to happen with this food. The people there are fucking starving. And they're going to start taking the food to eat it themselves. And this fucking dumbass.
Cans of tuna and chicken breast to hand out to people. I even got some first aid kits. I got a bunch of stuff, toothbrushes, you name it. When you go to Cuba, help people. Don't just go. Some first aid kits with pet food and cans of tuna and chicken breast to hand out to people. I even got some...
Yeah. Look at what... He has like 4 suitcases of fucking dog food and cat food. What a fucking dumbass.
Some first aid kits. I got a bunch of stuff, toothbrushes, you name it. When you go to Cuba, help people. Don't just go to Cuba to drink cheap beer and enjoy their nice beaches. They have beautiful beaches, don't get me wrong. Go enjoy it, but also help people. Flying WestJet today. And
so he's been like, I'm going to go to help people. I have 3 suitcases full of this and that. He's pretending to go on this fucking humanitarian mission. First of all, he's such a fucking dumbass.
There are no lineups. You pretty much check in here and you drop off your baggages over there. I already paid for my baggages too, so I don't need to speak with anybody. It's about $115 to add on the 2 luggages. Hopefully they're not overweight, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Checked in for everything, but I'm overweight. 30 each probably. You know what's funny? I weighed everything at home.
He's 30 pounds overweight on each bag, okay? Look at
that. But I'm overweight. 30 each probably. You know what's funny? I weighed everything at home, and I don't know. I guess I didn't take into consideration the luggage weight. Each one? There's no 2 for 1 special today?
Oh. So he said, I weighed my bags at home, but I didn't know there would be this much, like... Okay, so first of all, he's incompetent as hell. Okay, so this fucking dumbass who's taking a bunch of cat food didn't even weigh his bags. It's like, oh, what? I have to pay $200?
I can't put dog food in my carry-on, right?
Dry.
No, it's wet. It's like chicken and steak, tuna. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so the guy goes to Cuba. Okay, he's walking around.
Wow, $100 each.
Look at that, first of all.
And they also have global and unlimited. If you want to try containers of dog food, filet mignon. What's this? Duck, and lamb. These dogs are gonna go crazy.
Yeah, the dogs are gonna go crazy, you dumb motherfucker.
One deal. You have dog?
My seated.
Okay, take one. Take whatever you want.
So look at Matt, look, I'm this humanitarian. I'm going to save the Cubans. I'm going to go help the Cubans. He's literally walking around asking people, hey, do you have a dog? My sister has a dog. Hey, does she want some pet food? He's just handing out some pet food. Okay, Mr. Humanitarian who keeps fucking talking about it.
Here, take more. Here.
Well different.
And duck.
Duck lamb beef. Bon dia. Bye-bye.
What are you from?
Okay, so he walks
Canada.
around, he gives people some...
Beautiful dog. Bon
So
dia.
he sees this guy with the dog, gives him some dog food. I thought he was going to feed like homeless dogs. I thought he was going to feed like, you know, just stray dogs. No, he's just giving people who have dogs dog food. Okay, he's helping. He's a humanitarian. That's fine. Why are you being such a dick? Then he goes to exchange money. He has US dollars. He has $100 that he wants to exchange into local Cuban currency so that he can hand out cash to the people, okay? He gets scammed by these two guys. Look at that. He's sitting with these two dudes. Blah, blah, blah. They scam him literally.
Oh no, take one of each here like this.
And then he gives them dog food as well. Oh, he also gave them dog food. Then he tries to show you their picture. So basically what happened, he gave these guys $100 and they gave him a roll of like Cuban money. The outside of it had like $1,000 bill, so he thought it was right, but on the inside it's all 10 and 20s, like they ripped them off essentially.
As usually, I look over to my right to pull out my $100 bill, and that's when he swapped the rolls. So he had another roll prepared with a 1,000 Cuban peso bill on the outside and inside all 10s. Honestly, it is what it is. I didn't see it coming. Naively, I was shaking their hands. I was giving them dog food. I just came from a good place. I wasn't really thinking about getting scammed. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
Give me your honey.
No problem.
So they rip him off. They're supposed to give him 50,000. They end up giving him like, whatever, like barely $20. So first, he deserves to get scammed. It couldn't have happened to a better person, honestly. So now he's walking around pissed off that he got scammed like an idiot. Look at that.
I got scammed in Cuba. It's the one country that I came to help people. And it's the one that scammed me. My first time ever.
The country that I came to help people. Motherfuckers walking around with dog food. I mean, like, I came to help these Cubans, but they ripped me off.
He gives me the roll with this on top and inside. It's all 10s. I'm pissed off I got scammed, but I know the Cubans are going through a hard time. It's just that I didn't expect this from Cubans. I've met so many Cubans in my life. They're like the nicest people.
I didn't expect this from Cubans. I expected it from the filthy Syrians. Like, what are you? I didn't expect this from Cubans. So who do you expect it from? Like, you know, I never thought Cubans would do it. But those Egyptians, you can't trust them. Like, what are you saying? Like, those didn't expect it from the Cubans. They shocked me there, those Cubans.
Disappointed. It's my first morning here. Not a good feeling. You can't rip people off. You see, I'm not at a bar, drunk, acting stupid. I'm actually here to give out money.
You're not drunk or at a bar, but you are acting stupid.
Even that $100 that I exchanged, it was all gonna go back to the Cuban people. You see me, I'm tipping everybody. I'm doing everything here, right? I know you're in.
Cuban people got your money, man. Trust me. Those two men are Cuban. They got your $100. Maybe didn't go to as many people as you would have liked, but the Cuban population thanks you for your donation.
I don't know how it feels like to be in the position that they're in. I just don't agree with ripping people off, especially like that. You're doing people dirty.
ده أنا منه عربي هو he's Iranian. He's Iranian. Numpo says who would exchange with the random people? I know, just exchange at the fucking airport like a normal person, man. Like he wants to exchange with like a random Cuban he met on the street, like. Okay, so look at this. Okay, this is the most disturbing scene. Look at this, okay?
Oh, take it.
Help me, my friend.
You want to eat this?
Yeah, man.
Are you sure?
Help me, man.
Take all of it.
So the guy wants to eat the dog food. This motherfucker went to Cuba to a bunch of like starving people, man. And instead of the guy's got apparently don't you have canned chicken or canned tuna in your bag? Tell the man, hey, wait a second, bro. This is dog food. You can't eat this. Come back with me. Follow me to the hotel. I'm gonna give you some fucking tuna. I'm gonna give you some fucking chicken. He's like, yeah, take it. Just take it. Look at this.
Gracias, my friend. With the breakfast, buy some breakfast.
Oh, take it.
Help me, my friend.
You want to eat this?
Yeah, man.
Are you sure?
Help me, man. It's for food.
Take all of it.
Gracias, my friend.
He's like, you want to eat this? Well, take it. Take all of it. Like, dude, he's walking around famished people. There's a very high level of poverty with a bunch of dog food. Someone is going to be like, I'll eat the fucking dog food. When someone gets desperate enough, if someone is hungry enough, they're going to eat fucking dog food. And you're just fucking waving it around.
Yeah, but it's not possible.
Okay.
For people, not possible.
Take it.
It's possible for me too?
Take it.
Or only for dog?
It's only for dog. But take it. Maybe you could.
Is this possible for me too? Or only for dog? He wants to eat it. And this guy is fucking sitting there being like, yeah, just take the whole thing, man.
Something good. Take it.
Thank you, maybe.
Love you, bro.
Look, I buy food, I take food because food is important.
Love you, bro. Bon dia.
Gracias. Hola, paisano.
Poor guy, man. And this guy's trying to fucking like, I'm going to Cuba to help people. He just gave a man dog food to eat. You motherfucker. You're giving this man fucking dog food to eat, and you filled your bags half of fucking pet food to go to Cuba, and you have tuna and chicken at home, but you're not even giving it to this man?
I'm looking for somebody. They scammed me.
And he's still pissed off that he got scammed. The fuck. And again, this idiot took 2 bags that were 60 pounds overweight, didn't even bother to like check the weight at home, and they were like, oh, I have to pay $200 for my bag. Oh, I got scammed by $100. And he's fucking giving people
Scammer. I'm looking for a scammer.
Scammer.
Yeah.
He's still pissed about scamming.
He stole money from me.
Okay, now look at this. Look at this right here. So he gets another pack of dog food. Like after, if I was walking around Cuba and I'm like, I'm gonna hand dog food around. If I see that like a man is like, you know what, I want to eat this dog food, it's gonna make me rethink my strategy. I'm gonna be like, okay, wait a second. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Maybe like I tried to give this man saw the dog food and he's like, I'm willing to eat this myself. So maybe this is gonna happen again. Maybe I should just go give the animal food to like a shelter and have them take care of it, feed the animals there, and maybe I should walk around with human food because maybe this might happen again. He doesn't think that. Look what happens later. So he sees this old lady. He's like, hey, do you want some dog food?
Pero.
They're like, yeah, we have a dog at home.
Take.
Oh, little perrito. Oh, perrito. This sounds cute. I'm sure perrito is like a cute way of saying dog. I'm sure perrito is like doggo to what dog is. Oh, perrito.
No problem. You want more? Take.
Okay, so these ladies understood that it's dog food. He got to explain it to them. They have a dog at home. They're taking it. Like, these people are all just going to start grabbing dog food, folks. Look at this.
No problem. No problem.
So maybe this guy's got a dog as well.
Whatever you want. Perro. Sorry guys, lo siento.
They just saw someone handing out free stuff and they're just like grabbing it. So then he gets a box of fucking cat food and walks around with more cat food, man.
And trying to get around each other just to get 1 foot on dry land. And that is what wet foot.
Cats.
Para los gatos. Comida para los gatos.
You have gato?
Sí.
No? Sí? Oh.
Para conejo.
Take some for the gato.
Esto para gato, no, conejo no.
Conejo? What's conejo?
Conejo que tiene gente.
Oh, no.
Esto es para perro y gato. Y yo que tengo
gato.
No, hacer que lindo va a ser.
Enjoy. Buen día. You want more?
Yo tengo de siamés.
You want more?
Siamés.
Yeah, sí.
Los azulitos que tienen los ojos azulitos. Lindo, gordo. El vacío de 4 míos.
Okay, take 4.
Just he's got 4 cats, bro.
No problem.
Ya, gracias.
Bye.
Gracias, hermano.
Bye.
El mío es la que me tiene perdido a los ratones.
Okay.
Haley says, bro, I feel like he's low-key treating these people like they are the dogs. Exactly. And he's using this for content and to like clout chase and to pretend that he's a fucking humanitarian.
Ciao, bye.
But anyways, this is
gato.
Yo tengo gato.
Pero no pero.
Gato en casa. En mi casa.
Okay.
Yo tengo gato.
Uno gato. Do. Okay.
Tiene gato.
Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, he came to Lebanon. Why is Lebanon so addictive? So let's see what he... So this idiot came to Lebanon 3 months ago. And let's see. Let's see what his adventure was like. What Beirut actually looks like in 2025. Unfiltered experience. Is this the one that I saw? Yeah.
Apparently it's the biggest... Holy... I wonder if that's from the blast.
So he says what Lebanon actually looks like in 2025. Unfiltered experience.
That was like 5 years ago. Who said the economy is completely bad in Lebanon? There's some people doing really well over here. Fendi, they have a Paul over here, Valentino. This is amazing, guys. This is like an easy 9 out of 10 for me. Asad. Oh. Asad. Wake up all night, right? Yeah. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new country for me. Welcome to Beirut, Lebanon. It is my first time here, and I'm so excited to see this place. I've always wanted to come to Beirut. It's just that I've never really had a chance. From what I've heard, Beirut in the summertime is the place to be. I just got here literally 20 minutes ago. I took a 1-hour flight from Athens, Greece, which was also a new country for me. And yeah, I'm here. Lots of traffic coming into the city. But overall, the airport experience was very easy. Took me like 3 minutes at the passport control.
Then ask, is this guy popular? Oh, no. He's at 41K subs. I mean, more subs than we do. Like, I mean, in terms of like travel vlogger, he seems pretty minor, pretty small. Doesn't upload all that often. Like, his last upload was in Lebanon, was 2 months ago. Then he did the Cuba thing. So he's been inactive for a couple of months at least. You know, average, you know, I mean, 40,000, that's more than we have. So it's pretty good, but like, nothing too crazy.
Where are you from? Canada? Where are you really from? Tell me the truth.
Ooh, Haley says he needs to towel the ocean. There we go. We're teaching people. We're teaching people important stuff here.
I told him. I'm like, I'm born in Canada. He's like, no, but where are you really from? So I told him. He's like, do you speak Arabic?
Of course, man. We know you're not Canadian.
He said, no. And that's it. Welcome to Lebanon. So
I'm kidding, folks. That's racist. I'm not an American, technically. I mean, I'm an American, but like, you know, I ain't white.
Walking around for 20 minutes just observing and analyzing. It's a very interesting city. So for those of you that don't know, Lebanon's been through a lot. Not just recently, but for like over 50 years now. And you see that when you're walking around Beirut. It's not uncommon to see old, damaged buildings. Marhaba. Yeah. Cop. He's like, video? I'm like, yeah. He's like, anyways. It's not uncommon to see like old damaged buildings, and then you'll see a bunch of brand new ones that look like this popping up everywhere now, which is a good sign. It shows that the country and the economy is changing.
Yeah. What a fucking idiot, first of all. You know, you see these nice fancy buildings, you know that the country's changing. Motherfucker, no one can afford living in these fucking buildings. Are you shitting me? Beirut is being overtaken by like foreign money. Most Lebanese people can't afford rent in Beirut, our own capital. This is happening all over the world. Gentrification, touristification. Right now, like most Lebanese people, the average Lebanese person cannot afford to rent an apartment in Beirut unless they are renting what we call in Lebanon Ajar Adim. There's this like law that if you pay like rent, like some apartments have their rent frozen from like decades ago. Lebanon has gone through like hyperinflation, so there are people that are technically paying like $10 a month in rent, and it's illegal for their landlords to change the rent because of some old like fucking laws. So there's a lot of people that are still in Beirut because of they're taking advantage of those laws, or some are struggling to keep their rent and stuff like that. All these mega structures, you think any Lebanese person can fucking afford living here, man? Look at this.
For example, these are two beautiful...
So this is a sign that the economy in Lebanon... No! People are doing shit here, man. People ain't got fucking food to eat. Good thing you're not walking around with fucking cat food, you motherfucker. I mean, we're not gonna eat cat food, but some like...
buildings right now that you would see in any world-class city. And that right there is the waterfront.
Oh, that means Lebanese people are doing great. Dumbass.
A bunch of brand new ones that look like this popping up everywhere now, which is a good sign. It shows that the country and the economy is changing.
Marina, good night. Thank you so much for being here, ya Marina. Yatiki alf afia.
Example, these are two beautiful buildings right now that you would see in any world-class city. And that right there is the waterfront. We're going to be heading that way. We're going to an area called Zaytuna Bay.
Zaytuna Bay is one of the most pretentious areas in Lebanon. Like exclusively, I mean, you don't have to be rich to go there, but like it's all expensive shops, fancy restaurants, fancy people go there. It's not like the usual, like I've rarely been to Zaytuna Bay. It's not my crowd. It's not my scene. I would not want to be there. You know what I'm saying? It looks nice. It's nice, I'm sure, for like a stroll in the evening. I would enjoy that. But it's like this guy right now is showing you guys just like the fanciest places in Lebanon where like maybe 2% of the population can afford to actually hang out there.
Apparently it's the biggest... Holy shit. One thing I just noticed, I'm at the
car crash. That happens here.
Traffic lights, but they're not working. So do I just go? There's no red, there's no green. Welcome to Beirut.
Yeah, just use your brain, man.
Here, let me just go. So these are the new buildings I was talking about. They look pretty brand new. Look at that.
Yeah, because no one can afford to live here unless if you're like a multi-millionaire Lebanese people who probably got got a lot of Lebanese, the ultra rich in Lebanon got their money in fucking illegal ways, or by working with the government, or by being part of the government. So the only people who can afford these houses are either foreigners, you know what I mean, or Lebanese people that have made millions by ripping off other Lebanese people. I'll fucking say it, man. You can't afford a place like this by being an honest businessman.
Beautiful buildings, world class. It's almost got like a little wavy feel. So you have these buildings here.
Motherfucker, I lost my job 9 months ago. I can't get work. I mean, I'm not looking for work, to be fair. Maybe I should start looking for work. But like, the economy is shit, and I'm never gonna find a job with the salary that I had before. Like, that's not gonna happen. The country's doing fucking horribly. He's like, oh, look at the waves on the building.
Oh, Damak. They're Emirati. No wonder it looks so beautiful. Damak knows what they're doing. They've built thousands of...
Emiratis are gonna buy our whole fucking city. We're gonna get to a point where the Emiratis own most of the buildings in Beirut because Lebanese people can't afford them. That's great.
Buildings. And this one here was actually nicer in my opinion. And if you look across the road, you have an old one with a bunch of holes and stuff in it. I'm not sure what happened to that. I wonder if that's from the blast. That was like 5 years ago. Looks like it's
I wonder if that's from the blast. I think this is much older, dude. This is like from the war.
Man, this building is beautiful. So it's called Beirut Terraces. Look at this. That is amazing. Right here, that's the sign. Beirut Terraces. I would love to go inside, but there's probably pretty high...
I would love to go inside too. Shit, man. You think I want an apartment like that? I want to go inside. I've never been inside. Most Lebanese, guess what? You and 99.9% of Lebanese people have never stepped through an apartment complex this nice before. You want to know why? Because none of us can fucking afford it, man. Okay? Oh, Jay of the Dead with 5 gifted memberships. Holy shit, thank you so much. JW's in the chat for Jay of the Dead, folks. We got 10 new memberships today. Jay and Jim D. Dukers gifting up a storm today. Thank you so much, Jay. That's so fucking generous. Elliot, Yurazurun got a membership. Let's fucking go. Despres, Maddie, Sleepy Panda. Actually, Anna, Sleepy didn't get it. So hello from Sleepy Panda. You're watching from New Zealand. Holy shit, Sleepy Panda. I mean, Sleepy, do you know how much I love the Lord of the Rings, Sleepy Panda? Do you know how much I've been obsessing over the Lord of the Rings and talking about Rivendell and talking about the movies and trying to force Karine to watch the Lord of the Rings? Sleepy Panda, please tell me that you like the Lord of the Rings. Do you live close to Hobbiton? If I want to go visit Hobbiton sometime and walk around the Shire, may I do that? Do you like the Lord of the Rings? I'm sorry, and just because you're from New Zealand, I should not just associate you with the Lord of the Rings or Peter Jackson or that fantastic trilogy, but I can't help myself. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. From New Zealand. We love New Zealand here. Our favorite country.
Security over here, especially in these luxurious condos. Oh, nothing crazy. Just a random corner in Lebanon with 3 G-Wagons and what is that, an E-Class or an S-Class?
Again, he's misrepresenting Lebanon so much. Most people don't have G-Wagons, folks. Yes, there are some nice cars in Lebanon. If you go to the fanciest places in Beirut, like he's going to now, you're going to see some G-Wagons, you're going to see some nice cars. This is 2% of the population, okay? This is the 1% of the 1%. These people shop where most of us, like, you know, we just walk past those stores. So, yes, there's a couple of nice cars here. You're going to see some nice cars in Lebanon, but guess what? The middle class has been decimated. Most people can't afford to buy their groceries at the end of the month. The south is being bombed by Israel on a daily basis. Like, this is the reality of Lebanon. Even Beirut gets bombed by Israel very often, the Dahiyya section. But because there's the Shia people that live there, it's not, because people don't like recognize this part of Beirut, or like they don't. It's not real Beirut. You know, the real Beirut is like Beirut downtown, not Dahiyya.
Who said the economy is completely bad in Lebanon? There's some people doing really well over here. You could see it in their cars, the way they dress, the way they move. Don't think everyone's in a bad situation. Sorry.
Okay. Can you speak Asad 6?
English? I 20 here as I was driving. Sorry. That's also pretty common over here. As I was driving, I would constantly see people begging for money. My taxi driver said most of them are not Lebanese. He said most of them are Syrian refugees. Apparently, like over 1 million.
Whoa, I thought you saw 3 G-Wagons. What happened to that? Look at the G-Wagons. Look at the beautiful building. This country's doing great. Oh, people keep asking me for money. Do you understand what's going on? What about New York City? Don't they have beautiful buildings and a bunch of people living in the street? Do the math, man. And Haley D just gifted another 5 memberships. Holy shit, folks. We got the Jay, we got the Haley, we got the Jim. Triumvirate. Look at this. What the hell? We got a party here. 15 new members today. You guys are way too kind and way too generous. That's so sweet. Haley, Haley, what? Again, Haley, I told you, Haley has sustained the gaming channel this month by gift. I don't even know how many members she's gifted the gaming channel this month. Haley, you got to stop. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. And congrats to Anumideen, Alice, Sam, Samik, or Samika, and STBE. Hello, Sahla. Zaytun0 says Beirut Terrace is temporarily closed according to Google, by the way. Really? Yeah, who can afford that shit? But if it's closed, maybe we can... what is it called when people like live in houses that aren't theirs? Squatting? Let's go squat there, bro.
Of them came to Lebanon, which is crazy to hear because Lebanon's population itself isn't even that big. Lebanon's one of those countries where even though the population's not that big, everybody knows them. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we have 1 million Syrian refugees. We know that. It is a lot, to be fair. I mean... I love helping refugees. We love helping immigrants. But a country with a population of like 3 million people absorbing 1 million refugees from another country, make that make sense. But it's the fucking Europeans. We don't want any Syrian. If Germany accepts 8 Syrian refugees, they don't fucking shut up about it for a year. We accepted it. It's like, motherfuckers, we got 1 million here. Help us. We have no money, no resources to take care of our own country. You know what I mean? And again, God bless the Syrians at Haram. When there's a war there, they come here. When there's a war here, we go there. We're neighbors. We've been enemies in the past, okay? Shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter. When there's war in Lebanon, the Syrians welcome the Lebanese there. And when there's war in Syria and they need to come here, we should welcome them here. That's 1 million refugees and the world has just abandoned us. Here, take care of them. No money, no funding. Wala shi. Sham bisir.
Wherever they go, they open businesses, they open restaurants, they flourish.
You live in Wellington? I'm in Wellington where the studio is. Holy fuck, Sleepy Panda. Man, it's awesome. Hobbiton is in the upper North Island. Have you ever been to Hobbiton? I'm currently listening to I've never read the books. I've read The Hobbit. I've never read The Lord of the Rings. I'm currently listening to Fellowship of the Ring, narrated by Andy Serkis. It's fucking brilliant. And I was building the Lego Rivendell set just a couple of weeks ago. I'm rewatching the films. I'm like celebrating the 25th anniversary of the movies in every sense of the word.
Majority of Lebanese people don't even live in Lebanon. I'm pretty sure Brazil has the most, followed up by USA, and then...
He's right. There's like 10 times as many Lebanese people outside of Lebanon as there are in Lebanon.
France. You'll see the French when you come over here. A lot of people speak French, but they mix it when they speak. Like, it's not uncommon to hear someone say, like, Kifek Sava or something along those lines. They mix it a lot. So I actually just left Zaytuna Bay. They came up to me and they told me I can't be filming on my camera. They said if you want, you could use your phone, but you can't use an actual camera. So I'm using my DJI right now. They said, no can do, big problem. I said, okay, whatever. So I left. And then right when you come outside Zaytuna Bay, there's a...
Imagine getting kicked out of Zaytuna Bay for vlogging.
Brand new 4 Seasons hotel right over here.
That means Lebanon must be doing great. They're building a brand new hotel. Whoa!
Which looks really nice. And you know what? They even have a Rolex advertisement here. All these are signs that the economy is recovering and it's growing very fast. Walking this way right now, there's apparently a souk over here. For those of you that don't know, a souk is basically a bazaar. I believe Arabs call it souk instead of bazaar. I know Turkish people call it pazar, not bazaar, and Iranians also call it bazaar. Let's go check it out. Maybe we'll buy some souvenirs, and maybe there'll be some food for us to eat. Look, there's even a...
Little does he know that Beirut souks is not at all like a bazaar. It is like a high-end luxury outdoor mall. But again, I think that's what he likes. Sleepy Panda, love Lord of the Rings. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Swords shall be broken. Spears shall be splintered, and tomorrow, and what is it? A red dawn rises. Death, death.
Street sign pointing towards it. Souks de Beirut, Beirut. It's spelled Beirut with the TH at the end. Okay, big mistake, and there's no way I'm the first person that's ever made this mistake. It's not a souk, it's just called a souk. It's actually like an outdoor mall. So there's all these aisles, for example, and a bunch of stores. And it's called souk. Don't get me wrong, it's very nice. But I was expecting to have like an Arab guy try to sell me 14 different types of honey that'll keep me up all night. maybe some guy with one of those hats on pour me some coffee like this. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting.
We have these kinds of, again, he's making Lebanon seem like, oh, they don't have these traditional like Shabbos suits. All they have is like fancy. Like, no, we have these souks where people go in the bazaars and you got the salesman and you got the coffee and you got we got all of that. Maybe not the coffee, but we have souks. If you meet Elf Souk Lebanon, you chose to go to the fanciest fucking place in Lebanon. And by the way, look how deserted the place where he's at. It's fucking empty. No one goes to Beirut souks. No one goes to the places he's going to because no one can fucking afford to shop there. Look how empty this is, man. There's no one.
This is class.
It's class and it's empty because no one can afford to be here. This is Lebanon. Like when you go to these places in Lebanon, those high-end places with those high-end stores, you're gonna see like 6 people fucking walking around, and half of them work there. No one can afford to buy this. Instead, except like the 2% of the population or like rich foreigners that come visit here. But none of us go hang out in Beirut souks. Like you think I'm gonna go unless I'm going to the movie theater. They have a pretty nice movie theater there, the Cinema City in Beirut souks. It looks very nice, but I haven't been there in a while as well.
A person that's here without a nanny.
Yeah, Sul Ahad, you'll have a good time there. Yeah, so this is a nice theater. I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty nice cinema. They have one of their rooms has like a massive like LED thing on the roof. It's very trippy. It's a nice looking theater. I'll give them that. That's the only reason I ever go to Beirut souks is to go to this movie theater. And again, it's been a minute. Sul Ahad is the bomb, man. Sul Ahad is fucking crazy. It's so chaotic. You get the cheapest fucking prices. It's legendary. Again, look how empty this is, man. This is depressing. This guy probably works somewhere here.
Oh, this place is high-end. You have a Panerai store over here. You have an AP there. It's shut down, but I'm guessing it's going to come back. There's a Breitling store right over there. There's a Tag store right next to it. This right here, they're making a Zara. I think Lebanon's back. Probably by next summer, it's going to be completely different. All my buddies came this summer and they had a blast. They're like, they haven't felt Beirut like this in years. They're even making a Zara.
All my buddies came here and had a blast. Now, of course, guys, if you come to Lebanon, you're going to have a good time. You're going to eat good food. You're going to see some beautiful scenery. You're going to see all the good stuff. Of course, like his boys are probably rich as fuck. They're coming for a week. They're just partying. They're seeing the most shallow shit, but they're not seeing the pain and suffering that's happening on a daily basis. Let me tell you what Lebanon is like to me now, kind of. It's going to the supermarket and seeing a middle-aged woman, probably a mom of like 6, who lost her entire savings in the economic crash of 2020, who went from being middle class to being poor and barely able to make ends meet overnight, going to the supermarket and standing by the charcuterie section and asking the guy who cuts the cheese and cuts the ham, what's the smallest amount of cheese that she can buy that is like allowed? You know what I mean? Like, how much can I get with like this money? And she used to be able to buy, 300 grams of cheese for her family. Now she's looking in her purse and digging for cash and asking if she can buy 50 grams of cheese. That is what the reality of Lebanon is. People that lost everything overnight. And this guy's like, oh, look, they have a Zara cafe coming soon. Holy shit. Yeah, man, no one's going to this fucking Zara cafe except the kids of the politicians who fucked us or their family friends who made a bunch of money off of our families' backs. All of our parents lost all of their money. My parents lost their savings overnight because of the economic crisis. Everything they had in the bank was worthless overnight. Crazy shit.
A cafe here. I've never seen that before. The electricity in the whole mall just shut down for like 5 seconds and it just came back on.
My audience knows all about that, folks. My audience knows all about that. You guys know Lebanon. You guys have seen the power cuts.
I'm assuming that's the switch to the generator. For those of you that don't know, Lebanon has been going through a crisis when it comes to electricity. Apparently it's gotten much better now, but it was weird just seeing that right now. After hearing that it's got better, I guess it still happens from time to time depending on where you are. This is a new mall that happened, so I can only imagine how it is in the older buildings. You want me to hold it here?
Or do you think it's better to take from here? For Kenya. But just please don't...
Do you like meat and cheese? I think you're a charcuterie. I do. I don't eat a lot of charcuterie. I don't eat a lot of pork. I'm not Muslim. Like, I just don't like eating pigs because I think they're like an adorable animal. But like once a year on like Christmas, I'll fucking go ham, no pun intended, on some charcuterie boards. But yeah, I do enjoy some cheeses. Not too many. I'm not like a crazy cheese eater. If the cheese is too stinky, I don't fuck with it. But yes, I see what Haley did there as well. Charcuterie.
Sure. Are you Persian?
Yeah.
Oh, what else is here? Burberry, Dolce & Gabbana. Man, this might turn into a luxurious Lebanon type of video. Everything is so classy in this one area that I just came to. It's beautiful here.
Yeah, and with this one area, I'm glad he added. Everything is nice in this one area. Lemon says Zara is also Zionist. Yes, it is Zionist. You are not mistaken. People here in Lebanon, most people don't care about if something is Zionist or not. It's a small portion of the population that is like ethical with what they buy, and they follow boycotts and stuff. A large portion of the Lebanese population didn't even care about what was happening in Palestine, what was happening in Gaza. Lebanon used to have beef with Palestine, just to put it in the common terms. We had Palestinian refugees back in the day in Lebanon, a lot of them, and then there was like a mini civil war in Lebanon between the Palestinian refugees and a extreme right-wing Christian militia here in Lebanon. And the Christian right-wing militia was also assisted by the IDF back in the day. So very complicated. There was a massacre, like the Palestinians massacred a bunch of Lebanese people, then the Lebanese people did their own massacre of Palestinians later. Super complex history. So there's a lot of people here in Lebanon that don't have any empathy or sympathy for what's happening in Gaza and Palestine. They're like, hey, let them deal with it. We've had our problems with them. Like, it's not our problem. A lot of people do care and are very, feel very empathetic and sympathetic to what's happening and want to help. You get a little bit of everything here in Lebanon.
Mix of old and brand new. They made it really nice. That was so weird meeting another Iranian here for so long.
No one cares.
So he just like yelled and he walked away. And then she asked me if I could take a picture of mentioning, for example, like this part's old and this part's new, but they didn't make it look like an obvious difference. It sort of almost blends into each other. You even have all these buildings here. The colors match. It doesn't fully stand out. Like, it's not an obvious...
Oh yeah, Sleepy, there's no one there. By the way, Sleepy, you said that Mount Doom is awesome? Wait, Sleepy, are you Lebanese? How do you know Burj Hamoud? What's happening here, Sleepy? And can you see Mount Doom from where you live? Like, is Mount Doom a real, like, mountain that they just added a volcano on top?
Old versus modern, which is really nice. It almost all blends into each other. God, I wish these were working right now, but they're not.
He hasn't, by the way, he hasn't said that this place is deserted. He's talking about it as if it's normal. He hasn't once mentioned, like, hey, this looks a bit empty. I wonder why. Use your brain, man.
So I need to have my first meal in Lebanon. We're going to this place that's trending right now. It's called M Sharif.
Of course, M Sharif, folks, is the most... I've never been to M Sharif. I don't think I've ever had their food. I hear, to be fair, I hear their food is delicious. I hear it's excellent, but I also hear it is absurdly overpriced. They will sell you a small portion of like the most regular average homemade dish you can imagine, and it will cost 3 times as much as like the average price in Lebanon. Fancy people like to go there. They like to feel rich. Like, hey, I went to M Sharif today. I ate. And as soon as someone tells you I ate at M Sharif, you could know they got ripped off. They just paid way too much money for something that wasn't worth what they paid for, but they get to say that they went to M Sharif. So this guy is going to the literally one of the most expensive and most overpriced restaurants in Lebanon. This guy's all fucking like hype and cloud.
One second, let me come up here first. They're actually famous for this sandwich. It's a $14 tomato and bread sandwich. Nothing else is in it. I'm not getting that because that's ridiculous. I'm going for their raw meat, which is really
$14 tomato and bread sandwich.
One of the most famous dishes in Lebanon is raw meat. It's called kibenea. I'm pretty sure it's just raw meat, olive oil, and some spices. I've never had it before, but they have a sandwich over there. It's also really popular. Let's go try it out. I have a feeling it might have like an ahi tuna type of texture to it. I'm not crazy about the idea of raw meat, but it's very famous. Like, Lebanese people love it. Hey, big boss.
And look, oh my, what a dumbass, bro. Can you get, listen to the background, okay? Listen.
I have a feeling it might
You guys hear the background? I'm gonna play that again. Listen to the buzzing noise in the background.
Have like an ahi tuna type of texture to it. I'm not crazy about the idea of raw meat, but it's very...
That is an Israeli drone flying overhead, and that motherfucker is too dumb to even know what the fuck is going on. That motherfucker is talking about how great Beirut is and how fancy Beirut is, and look how beautiful it is, and there's a fucking Israeli drone flying over his head, and he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. Tell me again how great it is.
I have a feeling it might have like an ahi tuna type of texture to it. I'm not crazy about the idea of raw meat, but it's very famous. Like, Lebanese people love it.
Yeah, talk about the drone. Talk about the fucking enemy drone that's flying overhead, man. I want to eat the chicken. He's talking about the fucking M Sharif sandwich instead of fucking listening to the drone.
Hey, big bosses in Lebanon. Look at this Rolls Royce. Beautiful. All right, let's cross the road this way. This is a very nice area. Man, I wish I stayed here. I'm staying in the Hamra area. It's nice, don't get me wrong. It's just much older than this. This is beautiful.
Sleepy Panda, you haven't answered me. Are you Lebanese? How do you know Bush Hamoud? Okay, so it's in the middle of a national park next to another volcano. Beautiful. And it's a 4-hour drive. But are you Lebanese? How do you know Bush Hamoud?
All brand new modern condos over here. They have a Joe and the Juice. That's cool.
Oh, brand new modern condos. Joe and the Juice, also a Zionist establishment.
All brand new modern condos over here. They have a Joe and the Juice. That's cool. Looks like there's a bunch of new restaurants opening up here. Really falling in love with this city. I know I've only been here for a few hours and I've been in the nicest areas of it, but it's beautiful.
He's in like 0.3%. Like the size of where he's at is like, it's a speck on the map. Like it's nothing. He's in literally the smallest part of Lebanon. Sharif, he paid $12 for a shish taouk sandwich. So that's a nice. Oh, okay. Just for reference, a shish taouk sandwich should cost you anywhere between, I'm gonna say $5 to like $6. $5 to $6. That is a fair price for a fair shish taouk sandwich. What is shish taouk? It's chicken kebab. It's a skewer of chicken kebabs, delicious, with usually some garlic paste. Maybe some French fries inside, and depending on the restaurant, they'll either put like coleslaw with it, or maybe some lettuce, or maybe just they keep it simple with pickles, the chicken kebab, and the garlic paste, and that's it. It is a classic Lebanese sandwich. Mwah, delicious, one of my all-time favorites. I have a shish taouk sandwich at least once per week. It is easy, it's practical. Almost every restaurant serves it. You want a quick bite on the go, you want some protein, get yourself a delicious shish taouk sandwich. He just paid like $10 for a shish taouk sandwich. $8.50 thou, that is $10. And he paid $2 for a small water. Holy shit. You're Lebanese. Holy fuck. That's fucking awesome, Sleepy Panda. تحكي عربي? Do you speak Arabic? That's fucking crazy.
Secured my M Sharif, but they didn't have the raw meat. They were all out. I got the shish taouk, which is chicken. You can't go wrong with that. It's really hard to mess it up. I'll tell you guys the truth though, the service wasn't the greatest. Besides this one lady, which I'm guessing she's some sort of manager, maybe owner, short blonde.
Yeah, Chris is right. Chris says no one lives in this area. Most of these buildings are empty. That is absolutely correct.
She was such a nice person. Everybody else was such a douche. It's like they were doing you a favor. I want to say thank you, Your Highness. Thank you.
Zaytoon0 says, I recently got the best taouk sandwich in the country for $3 in Shuf. Holy fuck, $3 taouk. Sign me up. That sounds so good. What's the name of the place? Jay of the Dead says, how's Lebanese coleslaw? I know a lot of people do slaw differently. Lebanese coleslaw is a very cabbage, sometimes carrots, mayo. Sometimes they'll put a bit of corn in there to get creative. But our Lebanese coleslaw, when you eat it, when you serve coleslaw with like a shish taouk sandwich, it's garlic mayo. It's garlic mayo and slaw, so it's extra good. It is fucking tasty.
Thank you. Please take my money, Your Highness. That is actually a pretty small sandwich. I'll tell you guys the truth. For the price, especially here in Lebanon.
Oh, yeah, you got ripped the fuck off, dude. He got ripped. Well, he paid $12 for this. Are you crazy? Look at that.
Small. Really good sandwich. Small, expensive, but really tasty. You actually do taste the quality.
You taste the quality. Yeah, that's how people cope after eating at Sharif and spending $60 on a Maghrabiya, Sahan Maghrabiya. I can taste the quality. You taste my ass, bro. You're tasting overpriced rent. You're tasting someone buying themselves their third fucking Rolls Royce while you pay $60 for a Maghrabiya. Fucking Dumbo.
Now I know why everybody was so skinny at that restaurant. The portions are so small. I'm going to another place right now. I could eat like 3-4 of those sandwiches. I'm starving. I'll tell you guys the truth. We'll get some more shawarma. We'll get some ice cream. Maybe a shisha. We're in Lebanon. We have to smoke.
Yeah, of course get shawarma. رايح عند شريف تاكل لي ساندويتش طاووق.
كيفك؟ Or should I say bonjour? Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Oh, baby.
Okay, well, you know, he's nice to kitties. We respect that. Cute little kitty.
Okay. We'll see each other later when I have food. Yalla, bye-bye. I love you. One more, come.
Oh. We have the best kitties. We have the best kitties here in Lebanon. I'm sorry. We have the best little kitty cats. This is a cute little boy. You being a good little boy to our annoying little fucking vlogger. You being a cute little boy? We have the best kitties. If you guys come to Lebanon, you're gonna love our cats. We have so many adorable cats.
You are so cute.
Okay, look. He went. Okay, now this is the only smart thing he's done in this whole fucking vlog. He went to Barbar. He went to Barbar. Barbar is a Lebanese, an essential. A classic family. The Barbar family in Lebanon is very highly regarded because of this chain of restaurants. Barbar shawarma, Barbar falafel, Barbar cocktail.
You are so cute.
Yeah, right, Chris? Where's the cat food when you actually need it? I said that earlier. Motherfucker! This cat would have loved the cat food. Instead of giving it to hungry Cubans, give it to this fucking cat. So he paid $10 for 2 shawarma sandwiches. And look, the water was 50,000. He paid like $3 for the water at Sharif. He paid about 50 cents for the water at this restaurant. And here he got 2 sandwiches for the price of 1 at Sharif. Barbar, that's how you fucking do it. Haley, we've got a lot of cats here. Jay asks, Lebanon versus Turkey. Look, Lebanon has great cats. I'll give it to Turkey. Had so many cats when we went there. Demi and I, we went to Antalya. They had a lot of little adorable kitties. Lebanon has a lot of cats as well. Turkey is a little bit more cat-friendly, where they'll let the cats into like the shops and they're just sleeping and all this stuff. Some Lebanese shops do that, but it's not as common. Turkey was very cat-friendly. I would say Turkey. But Lebanese cats, they're adorable. All my cats are Lebanese. They're little babies. My little Natuti, my little Makuki.
These guys own this unit here in the corner. They own this one over here. And they own this one over here.
Barbar owns the whole street. Barbar is Lebanese royalty.
Making bank. You can't even compare it. I know that place, you're paying for the environment, its location, the type of people that go there, this and that. It's a good sandwich, don't get me wrong. But Barbar blows it away. Like
Barbar? Barbar? You have some Barbar? Barbar, yeah. Sorry, that was too mean. That was too mean. Why did I say? I didn't have to insult him. I'm sorry, man. It's live. We're doing it live. Where's that button? Chris, we gotta fix the button. Button.
Barbar is a 10 out of 10, hands down.
Okay, you know what? Here's another good decision. It's a good decision. شوية أرجيلة, شوية شيشة, شوية hubbly bubbly, as they call it. Man, hookah has so many names in Arabic. Shisha, hookah, hubbly bubbly. What else? Nargile.
This is how everybody ends their night in Beirut.
Haley says, I know I would love lebne, but I haven't tried it. Oh my God, Haley, you would love lebne. Let me tell you the perfect way to eat lebne. Get your lebne. There's 2 perfect ways to eat lebne. The first one is, get your lebne. You get some olive oil, obviously a generous amount of olive oil, a little pinch of salt. If you can find a spice called sumac, take a little small pinch of sumac. It's like this red lemony spice. You put a little bit of sumac on top of your lebne as well. Then za'atar, dried thyme with sesame. How much za'atar to put on your lebne is controversial. I like to put a fuckload, a generous amount. I grab a lot of za'atar, sprinkle it all over my lebne. It essentially looks green. I even get some red chili flakes, put some red chili flakes in there. Then get some bread and just dip it in there. It is delicious. The other best way to eat lebne is actually get the lebne, make some fresh garlic at home, like get some garlic, crush the garlic, mix it in with some olive oil, a bit of salt, and then you take a tiny bit of that fresh garlic, mix it in with the lebne. A small, tiny bit of garlic is enough. And like a decent-sized bowl of lebne. Then the lebne is going to taste all nice and garlicky. We call that lebne mtawwame. It means garlicky lebne. It's so fucking tasty. So good. That's the second best way to eat lebne.
Not just night, morning, afternoon, evening. This is how they
also,
all end.
Zaytun says lebne is the goat. Also try goat lebne. Goat lebne is delicious. It's like these balls, these lebne balls that are suspended and that are preserved in olive oil. They're so tasty. It's got a very different taste and texture than regular creamy lebne, but goat lebne is also goated. And I now, in my older age, I prefer goat lebne over regular lebne. Like that's the one I go for.
Night, shisha. It's basically dessert. After your coffee, shisha. After lunch, shisha. Before you go to sleep, shisha. Good morning, Beirut. I'm so happy today. It's a clear, sunny day.
Oh, we got Wissam Kamal, folks. one of the best Lebanese stand-up comedians. We love him. He says Barbar owns Msallabiya. So Barbar owns the whole, basically the street. So I wasn't wrong. They own half the street, Barbar. They own that whole intersection. Like, they literally own the land. So that's why they have like 7 businesses on that street. Wissam, نحبك بوسك يا Wissam.
I was scared yesterday because the weather app was saying it's sunny every single day. When I got here yesterday, it was so gloomy. And now, it's clear sunny skies. Let's go get some breakfast. I couldn't end this video off without showing you guys more Lebanese food.
Fucking hate this guy.
So it's 10:30 in the morning, and a lot of the stores are still closed. Something I've noticed whenever I leave North America, I always get shocked.
There's no hustle culture here, man. We're not all trying to start work at 6 a.m. We want to open our shops at 12 p.m. or something.
So many stores open so late. This is Hamra Street.
You want to shop for clothes at 10?
Like one of the most popular streets in Lebanon. Much older than the area I showed you last night, obviously. That area is brand new. I'm just going to walk along this way, and hopefully I could find a small bakery.
Skyfree 2036. Where do you live? Like, where do you access your Lebanon from? Maybe you can start exporting Lebanon to the rest of us. Oh, you guys can find Lebanon abroad. I like recently in the States, some places carry Lebanon, don't they? And also, like, doesn't Costco or Walmart now sell this like toom thing? It's literally called toom, this huge garlic dip. It's like a yellow container.
Somewhere that has some decent food, maybe some fool or some manouche. Let's go see. Another thing you notice about these areas, there's always somebody shouting, taxi, taxi, taxi. If you're a first timer coming to Lebanon, just use
like
Uber.
Where he's at now is a fun place to be. Like, Hamra doesn't look as nice as like the fancy place he was in Beirut, but Hamra is full of culture. There's like little theaters, cute little shops, watch repair shops, art stores, vintage stores. Hamra, while a bit sometimes too chaotic for me, that's where, like, you know, you should go. Like, that's going to give you a much closer representation of what Lebanon is on the day-to-day, and you're going to see real Lebanese people than going to fucking Beirut souks وزيتونة bay. And I'm sorry, bro. وشو عم تعمل?
Only way you can pay them is cash, though. It doesn't take Visa or credit card or any of that. You get to know exactly how much you pay. You could pay them in US or their own local currency. Starbucks here. It's interesting. This Starbucks is all black. Even their sign, usually it has a green background. Over here, it's black. So you know what? I've been walking for about 10 minutes.
Weird. Why is it black? Zaytoon0 says, BRB going to open up a Lebanese sandwich stand in Beirut and call it Abu Sharif. Oh, you see? That would make us so much money. And shower DMW with money. Oh, me, Zaytoon, you would earn that money. If you open Abu Sharif, that's your money. You've earned it. But I'll accept your money.
I still don't see anything. My friend, is there manouche anywhere here? Breakfast? This way?
Barbar. Barbar. I love it, dude. He can't escape Barbar. He's like, can I get a manouche? Yeah, go to Barbar. He's like, I just got my shawarma from there. Yes, we get insurance from there too.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's cross here. He said Barbar. That's the place that I had shawarma at last night.
Yep. I need a doctor. Go to Barbar. He will heal you.
I can't believe these guys sell everything. Breakfast, falafel, shawarma, kebabs, you name it.
Cocktail juice.
I was showing you guys last night.
معجنات. البان واشبان.
Like, they have 4 locations or 5 locations all in the same corner. They pretty much own that whole block. I guess they do breakfast too. Hello, do you have manouche? Cheese and za'atar? Mix?
Cheese and za'atar? Mix.
Thank you, sir.
$3? Aratuk, bro. Arat. Even Barbar could tell this guy's a fucking idiot. Like, let's charge him $3 for this manouche.
US, okay? Shukran. Pay in US dollars and they'll mix it. Sometimes they'll give you half US back, half Lebanese pounds, or just Lebanese pounds. And they have a bunch of other types of pies here. Look, these ones here, they're just cheese. This is meat. I believe that's lamajun, if I'm not mistaken.
Lamajun?
And here the...
Where are you from? Turkey? Lahm b'ajin, yeah. Lamajun? I mean, he could say lamajun, but like, it's lahm b'ajin. Gonar.
Toppings. Pickles. Olives, cucumbers, and parsley. Look at this.
I think if someone just joining in and are wondering why I'm being so mean to this guy, he went to Cuba and fed the Cubans dog food and cat food, acting as like a humanitarian, being like, I want to help the people of Cuba. Oh, they ripped me off. So he's pissing me off.
The juice place too. You guys a million.
Oops.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what he said. I think he was asking my toppings. He said something, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. I got scared. I didn't know what to say. He put me on the spot. My friend, I don't need this one. Thank you.
Got scared. شو خايف؟ شو حيعمل لك البربر؟
Shade. Sit down somewhere. When the sun's out, you're.
Chris is bringing out the Armenian. Chris, the Armenian says, the best lahm ma'joun is to eat from an Armenian place. Hey, Chris Mnarif. Okay, we know the Armenians have the finest spice mix for their lahm ma'joun. Stop rubbing it in our faces. خلاص, we know. lahm ma'joun ما حدا فوق راسكم. And you know, we know you have the war with the Turks. So هلا it's between you and the Turks. Who has the best lahm ma'joun? We get it. نحن leave us out of it, Chris. Okay. I like my lahm ma'joun لبنانية. في هون فرن ورا بيتي اسمه زي oven. أطيب لحم عجين ولبناني ولا أرمني ولا شيء حركات.
Baking in Lebanon. You're
I'm kidding. Armenians do have the best lahm bajin.
Baking.
We all know it. Fuck the Turks. I'm kidding. We love Turkey as well.
So here's what I got. Obviously, you guys heard me. I got the cheese with za'atar. Now, I don't know if that's Akawi cheese or not. Lebanese people, let me know in the comment section. It's still really hot. Hopefully it doesn't burn my mouth.
Okay, he made a good decision here. Cheese and za'atar is a very good mix. I'm not gonna lie. Getting half of the cheese, half za'atar is fucking delicious. I didn't used to fuck with that when I was a kid, but now when I get a cheese za'atar, it's good. And yes, it should be عكاوي. Any self-respecting منقوشة جبنة في عكاوي. If it's not عكاوي, ما في self-respect, ما في منقوشة, ما في محبة. There's no love in that منقوشة. Chris, تفو عليك إلك. بعد nice.
My first time having this in Lebanon. They have this in Canada. We have lots of places like this, but they never make it the same.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit the same in Canada, bro. What are you talking about?
For some reason, our Lebanese community in Canada can't do food the same as like the Lebanese in America. The Lebanese in America do it just like this. This is amazing.
Because you don't have the same ingredients. All your shit is like full of GMO, fucking genetically engineered, whatever the fuck. Nothing's got any flavor in it. Come here, man. We water our plants with sewer water. Nahna, the vegetables here. You know what I'm saying, Hona? This is the good stuff. No, the water that we use to water our shit. Where do you think that comes from? Well, Nahna, Hona, we have the natural stuff.
Guys, this is like an easy 9 out of 10 for me. And what I love about this, it's the perfect on-the-go meal. A lot of people like fool, which is like fava beans and stuff like that, but in my opinion, it's too heavy to have in the morning. This, you could just grab and go on with your day, especially if you're here traveling for a few days. You don't want to sit around for too long for every single meal. So I saw this yesterday for the first time. I saw traffic lights for the first time in Lebanon yesterday, but I thought they just weren't working, so I just went along with it. But now...
XXL, guys, I don't know if you guys know this. XXL, one second.
But I thought they just weren't working, so I just went along with it.
One of our favorite, people love, this is an energy drink here in Lebanon. Very popular energy drink. But, ooh, I need to minimize my screen share. Look at that. You guys can get some more. 1 second, look at that. What? Oh, now you can see more XXL in the fridge. So I had it enlarged for Doxos. Look at that. One of my friends, actually, one of my good friends, George Khalaf. And two of my actually very good friends, George Khalaf. And, fuck, what am I blanking on his name? Oh my God. Ilyas Zayik. A local, both actors, technically. George, my friend George, is a producer, and Ilyas Zayik is a Lebanese actor. Both of them acted in an XXL commercial that they still play to this day. Like, they got paid like $300 each to be in that fucking commercial, and they played it for like 6 fucking years on TV. Monique? It's that ad, yes, folks. George is the guy who says Monique.
But now that I've been here for a day now,
let me try to show you that fucking ad. Shuanna, you guys aren't gonna get it. It's very sexist, okay? XXL energy drink ad Monique. Will it work? Yes, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, you guys want to meet my friends? Look. So this is my friend Ilyas Zayik. He's a Lebanese actor. Oops, sorry. And this is my friend George Khalaf. I haven't seen these guys in a long time. George is married now, lives in Dubai. Good friend. And this is Ilyas Zayik, Lebanese actor, very prolific, hardworking actor. He was in my Joseph Shata documentary. He's a friend. I had him come in my Joseph Shata documentary and teach Joseph acting, give him acting lessons. He's really funny, great dude. Love both of these guys. It's a 49-second commercial. I'll translate. Okay, don't worry. He's telling dude, I'm not comfortable. I'm feeling uncomfortable. Like, I don't feel good. He's like, okay, no one's comfortable. What's wrong? Like, my bald friend George is saying, okay, what's wrong with you? So this guy's like, I'm uncomfortable.
ماني مرتاح بالشغل. معاشك؟ لا خيي المعاش مقبول بس أنا ما عم بقدر ركز. بتروح الصبح مين بيستقبلك؟ مين؟ مريان.
So he's like, yeah, I hate my job. He's like, what's wrong with your job? Like, are you not making enough money? He's like, no, the money's not the problem. When I go to the front desk, guess who's there to greet me? He's like, who? He's like, Marianne. So he's too distracted by the women at work.
Yeah. تعطيني هالنظرات كأنه بدها تاكلني بعيونها.
لا يا زلمه
تعجبني البنت بس الشغل شغل. بعدين بتروح تعمل فوتوكوبي. مين بتشوف هونيك؟ مونيك. مونيك.
Monique, that's still George. So he'll never see this. What a classic ad. So he's telling him, then I just go make a photocopy. Who do I see there? He's like Monique. He's like Monique. So they see Monique.
هاي رابع مرة بتسألني عن رقم سيولاري.
اجادك
ما عم بقدر ركز. اجتماعي آخر الجمعة.
XXL boys, XXL.
كانوا رايحين على سهرة وأنا قاعد مزروب بين الاثنين هون مش عم بقدر أتحرك. فريد؟ أنا مش مرتاح.
مع XXL فودكا ميكس كل خبرية وإلها طعمتها.
So he went to get a job. So the other guy was complaining about the job. He's like, oh, there's all these beautiful women. I can't focus on my job. He's like, oh, what a horrible experience it must be. And then he goes and takes his resume to that company and tries to apply for a job. Classic commercial. You know, I was walking at a mall once with George, him. Someone gave him their baby to take. He took a photo with a baby like he was the fucking Pope because of the XXL commercial. That commercial was everywhere. It was everywhere. Literally, can you imagine? Like the dude from the fucking commercial, he held a baby and took a photo with the baby. Like, presumably the parents are going to show this photo to the baby when he's grown up. They're like, you met this guy from this commercial once. Look, we even took a picture with George for saying Monique. A fucking classic ad. But anyways. Amazing. I did a rap song as well. Oh, the good old days, guys. This was long. This was on TikTok. If you stop. Look at that, guys. Have you guys ever seen this? This is copyrighted at this point. We can't use it, but.
I just keep in mind, don't think of crossing my line. You got it.
Oh, we're in Beirut Souks. Look at that. I did a whole rap video in this place. It's so empty. I can make a video without bothering anyone. Look, there's literally no one around. That's our boy Jonas Nashar, local Lebanese rapper. He was one of our TikTok characters back in the day. Back when we were more of an H3 style, Lebanese H3 style show. This was super fun to do, honestly.
Yeah, folks, do not worry. Get back down to your level.
And I'm wearing a Teddy Fresh hat. Oh my, yes, look at that. I'm wearing a Teddy Fresh hat. That is how old this is. Yep, that's me, folks. That is me. People are asking. Let me go bring you the hat in question. These things are like relics to me now, man. Same one.
Prepare to be beer with an on the sheet like a deep show it.
It's no, the beat is copyrighted. Like I told him to make us a rap song for the Do Not Worry Awards like a couple years ago, and he just got this like random beat off of YouTube and like added his raps to it. So the beat was copyrighted.
I slap you in the cheek, you won't able to speak. You ain't on my level or a level I'm on. After that.
Trying to do some silly dancing. This was fun. He's so tiny. I put him in a shopping cart. I think that was offensive, probably. But look.
Like a high value, unlike some of y'all judging her like a low fucking IQ. Man, I still don't get your low value.
Yeah, anyways.
I just realized I haven't seen traffic lights since I saw that one intersection that had traffic lights that weren't working. Oh, sorry, yeah, here, look, there's traffic lights there too. These ones aren't working either. Guys, there's no traffic lights in Lebanon. Like, look at people driving. Every single direction, look. He's going. Now they're gonna go.
There was like a supermarket there or something, Chris. There was like a Spinneys. I can't remember. We were able to get one from somewhere.
Now this guy's gonna go. Look, everyone's going in different directions. This is the first time I'm seeing this. I've been to a lot.
We don't need traffic lights, bro. It's easy. Just go, wait, you know, yield, wait for someone who
Other countries. Look, everyone's just figuring it out. And you know what? It's working. People are moving. Wow. Look. Wow.
That's fun, bro. What else does he have to say? I hate this guy. I don't hate him. That's a bit too rough. Again, I'm being too mean. He's just silly.
Car accidents. We have traffic lights everywhere, and there's just tow trucks at every corner praying for you to get into a car accident in North America.
ايوه شبيبة السوكلين ارامكو يعطيكم العافية يا شباب. هيب واتش مركزية ستيشن. Let's go.
With the garbage from my breakfast for like the past 15 minutes. I haven't seen a single garbage can anywhere. Maybe that explains why you see piles of garbage in random places.
Piles of garbage, okay, we've had our problems with piles of garbage. We've had a problem with trash collecting because the people that worked at the trash collecting company were like boycotting their work, and like they were running out of space and dumps and shit like that. And then we started to dump. Maybe we dumped some of the trash in some lakes. But other than that, where في piles of trash يا ايه فيكم بكندا وبإيران. Okay, let's relax here.
Just feel bad adding to it.
ايه بإيران خيي بتعمل لي كندا.
What do you do? Just walk around garbage the whole day? So yeah, I'm at the next intersection. They have lights also, but everyone's going every single day.
Oh, Jen Vereen says, hello Anthony, this is Rand, but I have been meaning to tell you that we went to a cute Lebanese restaurant on Valentine's Day. It was so yummy, and the owners are so nice and friendly. Well, that's fucking awesome, Jen. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Where do you live? Like, where was that restaurant? If you care to share the name, let people know. Maybe if they can try it out. Feel free to give them a shout out. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And what did you have? Let me know if you had something like super Lebanese. Feel free to let us know what you ordered. Love to look at that.
Direction, they're not working. It might have to do with the electricity.
We have piles of trash somewhere. Like Lebanon can be dirty sometimes. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but no. He chose a weirdly clean street to be like, look at these piles of trash. Like, where, man?
Crisis over here. I'm assuming. Why else wouldn't they be working, right? How much does it cost to run traffic lights in Lebanon? Oh, garbage. Right when I was talking about it. Yeah, like how much does it cost to run these traffic lights? Could that be the reason, the energy crisis? Invest in Cyprus from 150,000 euro, pay over 2 years. That's another common thing over here. You see so many advertisements.
Lemon Mint Cat says it's good that he at least didn't throw it on the street. You know what? Well, I guess the bar is so low. Let's give him credit for not littering in our country. You know what I mean? He waited. He held that trash till he found a trash can. Other people would have just thrown it on the street. You know what I mean? Let's be fair. Let's be fair.
To invest in Cyprus, specifically Cyprus, and they're promising you like
Cyprus, Greece. Yeah, those are two of the more common ones that they push you like because also Lebanese people that have invested in Lebanon have suffered greatly. Even if you just put your money in the bank, you will lose your money. So they're always trying to like push more reliable things to Lebanese people. Like, don't trust Lebanese banks. Put your money in this foreign bank. Don't trust Lebanese real estate. Buy foreign real estate. Don't trust this. Trust that. It happens quite a lot here. You know what I'm saying? Lebanese people don't have a lot of faith in their institutions anymore for good reason.
Guaranteed 8% rental and all this kind of stuff. Cyprus
Fun got Rosewater. Meze. Are you talking about Meza? Also, a Magnus sends his hello, Vongut.
Very close. Like when I was flying here from when I was flying here from Greece, I literally saw Cyprus, and then the guy started descending for Beirut like right away. So that means it's like a 30-minute flight. It was very close. It didn't feel like it was that long. Beirut's very interesting. So for example, you have this apartment building here. Nice, clean, well put together. They have stores in the bottom, very modern stores, very nice cars rolling in here. It's called Kantari Residence. Sorry, Kantari Residence, my bad. And then right next door, you have this building here that looks like it's seen better days.
Honestly, this building is 10 times nicer. It has 10 times the charm, the history. Could it use like a light little paint job, a little dust up? Sure, but like this generic ass fucking...
They even made a mechanic shop under there. Let's keep walking this way over here. Up this
Did I go back?
stairwell, this building, sorry, Cantari residence.
Yeah, oh wow, look at this little fucking tile. This looks like bathroom tiles or kitchen floor tiles stuck on a building. Look at this building and look at this hideous old building. It's like, I'm sorry, dude, this is so much more beautiful. This has so much more character. That building could be anywhere. That other ugly ass building you were pointing to could be literally any city in the world. You wouldn't think twice by looking at it. This at least has some fucking character, some history. History!
Have this building here that looks like it's seen better days. If you clean this building up, it's probably something that people would come and take pictures in front of. Look at the arches over here in the stairwell, the windows, the wooden doors. It's beautiful.
Okay, all right. I forgive you.
Clean this up, this could be something nice, but it looks like it's on its way to coming down.
It's still nice.
It doesn't look like they're ever going to renovate this place. They even made a mechanic shop under there. Let's keep walking this way. Over here. And then look, 2 buildings down, clean apartments over here with big terraces wrap around. Oh, that's a nice Bentley. And then here's a random street, just a residential street here in the Hamra area. Well, I'm heading towards down.
This dude is so shallow. Every time he says, oh, look at the Bentley. The Bentley.
Town, walking. This is how they look. It gets pretty tight sometimes.
Dahana says, guys, I've never been to Canada. Does he talk with a Canadian accent? Yeah, this is not a Canadian accent. I don't know. This guy sounds like Iranian, you know?
Cars come here.
Ooh, it's called Cedar, by the way, in Western Australia. We had shawarma and Lebanese. Ooh, you cannot go wrong with shawarma. Shawarma on Valentine's Day. Hello. Perfect Valentine's meal. Okay, awesome. That's so cool. That's very cute. Cedar by the water. Cedar by the water. That's such a cute name. In Western Australia. Yalla sahtain. I'm glad you had such a great time. Thank you for sharing, Jen. That's fucking awesome. Sahtain, I hope you and your partner had a great time and a great meal. And Lebanese coffee is also good. Lebanese coffee is technically also, I guess, Turkish coffee. You probably had like Turkish coffee, which we very commonly drink here. I don't drink coffee, but
this is how most residential streets in Beirut look like. Other than that one area I showed you last night, which is obviously very brand new, very clean. It's, you know, probably the top.
This is still very nice. A lot of residential areas in Lebanon look way shittier than this. Are you kidding me?
Few percent of the country. Actually, you could see it right over there. Besides that, this is your typical residential area.
This is more typical, of course, but like this is also still nice. Look at this. This is nice.
You'll see random graffiti. You'll see cars parked on random graffiti roads over here. I'm guessing all these people live here. What the hell?
Is that Turkish? Yeah.
Nemutlu Turkum DNA. Huh? In Lebanon? Why? So I don't know. Nemutlu Turkum DNA means, first of all, it's Turkish, obviously Turkum. Nemutlu Turkum DNA pretty much means how good it feels to be a Turk, if I'm not mistaken, or yeah.
What's that doing in my country?
How good it feels to be a Turk. I'm pretty sure it's a line from Ataturk. Wait, what? MHP? Huh? MHP is a political party from Turkey. Look here again, MHP.
Okay, clearly some fucking Turkish dudes living here, putting political insignia on our Lebanese walls. Get out of our I'm kidding, folks. Ya ahla wa sahla bil atrak. Akhwatna.
Hi. These guys have nothing to do with Lebanon. I don't get it. Is there a Turkish population here in Lebanon? Doesn't make sense. Boz kurlar ulusu.
Is my connection still here? You guys may have lost me because of the storm. We got a storm.
Tundra. No idea what that is.
Okay, we're back.
Who?
Sorry, we're having some connection issues because there's a pretty. It's raining a lot outside.
I have no idea.
It's back to.
I highly doubt there's a nationalist Turkish population here spray painting stuff all over the walls in Beirut. I have no idea what that is. Probably some random Turkish guy from Berlin on vacation. said, let me do some graffiti in Beirut. Yeah, this is
There's
beautiful.
a few Turkish. There's a little bit of everybody here in Lebanon. Like, do we have a massive Turkish population? No.
In all these Mediterranean countries, you see the exact same plants. I wonder if this place has coffee. Oh, look at this. That's a nice car too, guys. Wow.
Wow, Lebanon's doing good, huh? The economy's coming back. Look at that, an Aston Martin.
You got the Jaguar too?
The Jaguar. Jaguar.
Hello. Coffee? You have coffee? Kahwa? This way?
So it's so helpful. Like, just gonna show them where the coffee's at.
This one? Okay. Shukran. Here? This one? Oh yeah, okay, I see. Thank you.
Everybody serves coffee, man. Everybody serves coffee. You can get coffee anywhere.
Oh, right here. Coffee?
One coffee?
One coffee, please.
Just one?
Just one. I'm by myself.
Okay.
Wow, they have
You little cheap fuck. Just one coffee? Hey. Internet's acting up.
Why do they have zigzags in Lebanon?
Lemon Mint Cat, thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. Enjoyed your company.
Wahed coffee. How much?
100.
100? Shukran. My friend, it's Lebanese coffee, right?
Yes.
Okay.
سكر أو no سكر?
Sugar or no? Little. Shway.
Arabic coffee.
It's good, right? Yeah.
If you want, there is black coffee or Arabic coffee.
Arabic.
Yes.
Lebanese coffee.
Yes, Lebanese coffee.
Okay, let's do it.
شو عملتها
Technically Turkish coffee.
هيك شو اسمها راسها دراسة بس شوف ريتها ها تفضل هيدا
شكرا
هيدا كمان 100 very good
honey
هيدا عسل
That's just for $1. That cannot be natural honey.
Oh,
عسل
wake up all night, right? Yeah. I'm okay for now, thank you. شكرا.
جبل الشيخ.
Oh, Lebanese.
But dude, for $100,000 for $1, get it. That's a good ass price on honey.
Good.
Next time, Habibi.
Welcome.
صباح الخير.
حبيبي وانت كمان.
Look at that. Nice color. Lebanese coffee. Look how good that looks, guys. Shukran. صباح الخير. Doesn't matter where you go in the Middle East, you're always gonna meet a guy that's gonna sell you honey, and he's gonna put his fist up and say all nights or like something along those lines. Honey is always related to intercourse. It's the funniest thing ever. Look at
it's never happened to me here, but sure.
The beautiful nature of Beirut. They have palm trees. They have whatever these trees are here with this purple-ish color. This is all for a residential complex. I'm pretty sure it has to be a really expensive one. Look at how much land they left for garden space and all this. It's massive. Give it a little spin. I said shway sugar, which is a little bit of sugar, because I know Lebanese love their sugar, and shway sugar is probably extra sugar anywhere else in the world.
If this guy comes back to Lebanon, should I have him on the show? Should I have this guy on the show and ask him why he traveled to Cuba with 2 bags full of dog food and cat food and gave it to the Cubans to eat? Should I bring him on the show? I'm going to keep an eye on his channel, and I'm going to try to invite him onto the show. Ooh. We'll never show him this reaction, though.
You know what? At first, it's very bitter, but it's actually not bad.
You should ask for more sugar. You wanted shway. You can't handle it.
It'll wake you up. Come to Beirut, you're gonna see a lot of random like coffee machines on the road. The guy's just selling coffee on the actual sidewalk. It's not a physical store. They'll just have a little table with the espresso machine, and they're just making coffees for people walking by, and everyone's drinking this. That's it. Oh, the sugar. I hate sugar, but I told him to add it anyways because.
Yeah, we'll have Karine debate him. We'll have him debate Karine. How about that? We'll do a debate. Karine wanted to debate someone, or someone was asking Karine to debate someone. We need to find her an opponent.
I know this type of coffee is usually really strong. It's a very beautiful country. Obviously, the nature, the people are fantastic, so hospitable, very nice. I tell them straight up, I'm Canadian, I'm Iranian. They all welcome me with...
This guy barely saw anything from Lebanon, man. He saw like half of... 1/10 of one city.
Open arms, no matter what the political situation is, no matter what. Like, I don't speak their language, we don't have a common language, we don't have anything. Open arms. And this is what I've heard about people from any country, no matter where they're from. When they come to Lebanon, they always talk about how hospitable people are, how nice everybody is. My friends know this, but you guys don't know this. Lebanese food is my favorite food in the world. I like it better than Italian food, I like it better than Asian food, Indian food, you name it.
Rosie, I love this boy. Why did you just say that at the beginning? Lebanese food's your favorite. يا خي نحن بنحبك صرنا بنتمنىك عليك صرنا ساعتين. I'm so sorry, man. You love our food. Look, أهلا وسهلا, welcome. Next time ناخدك على... I'll get you better shawarma than barbar. There is much better shawarma, much better manaish. My brother, I love Rosie. I love this boy. Let's hear him say it again.
How hospitable people are, how nice everybody is. My friends know this, but you guys don't know this. Lebanese food is my favorite food in the world. I like it better than Italian food, I like it better than Asian food, Indian food, you name it. I like it better than all types of food. Why? Because it's so fresh. They involve a lot of vegetables, a lot of salad.
Oh, speaking my language.
It's a lot of mezes, and that's what I love most. I love my taboules, I love my fatouche, I love my shish tawouk, I love all...
He went Lebanon's most dangerous name. That motherfucker, man. Why are you making me watch another one of your videos? Should we watch this tomorrow?
Very dangerous. It's about weapons.
In this video, I went through Sabra and Shatila, two of the most... Okay, so this is where the Sabra and Shatila massacre that I was telling you about, where the Lebanese right-wing Christian militia joined forces with the IDF and they massacred Palestinians in Sabra and Shatila. That's where the massacre happened. In this video, I walked through Sabra and Shatila, two of the most well-known and challenging neighborhoods in Beirut, Lebanon. These areas began around the Shatila refugee camp, originally established in 1949, have grown into extreme... Busy markets and difficult... Yeah, I mean, it's difficult living conditions. People are poor, but it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous in any way. This fucker. Why are you making me do this? Do you guys want to watch more of his stuff? Like, we can watch it another time. Like, we can make this a series. Every week we watch one of his Lebanese vlogs. He has another part. Beirut, this is the most underrated city in the Middle East. And then inside the most dangerous neighborhood. Oh, he really milked Lebanon. So he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Lebanese videos? Jesus Christ, dude. Should we watch the whole series, guys?
Is it guns? Man, I am in love with this style of apartments. You see them every now and then in Beirut. That explosion was one of the largest non-nuclear explosions ever to happen. Beirut will rise again. Beirut will never die. It's very...
so cheesy.
Clean, lots of bars and coffee shops, a lot of artwork over here.
Okay, he's in Madam Khayal now. It's a very, like, common area.
Oh, look at what they're cooking up here.
It's so funny, like, to see this, because, like, when you know... It's such a small country. Like, everywhere he's going, I've been. So it's always weird watching these vlogs.
Lebanon has some of the best fruit and vegetable in the world. Yeah, see, he's bringing a rock. Smart. Marhaba. He's putting it behind.
Oh, shit. Okay. So Demi's tattoo shop is actually, like... I used to live... This is so funny. So if you keep walking up those stairs, and if you keep walking up straight, you would go to where I used to live, my apartment right before I moved back here. So just right up those steps. If you just walk opposite the direction that he's going downstairs, if you just go up these steps, so just towards, like, back towards us, it would take you to my old apartment in Beirut. And Demi's tattoo shop is actually, if you just keep walking down those steps, then you take a right, Demi's tattoo shop is right there. How crazy is that? I used to live there in Demi's tattoo shop, literally. If you just, I wonder if he's going to walk by her shop. That would be so funny.
Wow, this is class. People are sleeping on Lebanon. I swear. Thank you so much, my friend. Wow. Beautiful. What's
up? He got that boozed Bashir.
I swear. Thank you so much, my friend.
Boing. Where are you going to put that?
Beautiful.
Bloop. That's nice. That's a big old, ashta and pistachio ice cream.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new day in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, Beirut. Honestly, I'm so happy I'm here. It's such a good, vibrant city. I started off the day here at Starbucks Reserve, right behind me. Great
Okay, I'm gonna try to
location,
show
by
you
the way,
guys.
right,
We'll watch this in full, maybe
right
another
over
time.
here. It's the only set of stairs.
So you go up these stairs, and then you take a left. I'll show you
Seen
where you
here.
take a left, and you'll find
Oh, yeah,
Demi's
right there.
tattoo shop.
Giada stairs.
So you go up here, and like where that tree is, you see this tree? You just go left, you walk like 150 meters to the left, and you find her tattoo shop.
Oh my god.
Go up. I used to take these steps to get back home, and like after
Did he
work every
suggest
day.
them to me so he gets me tired in the sun? Or is he actually being serious?
I literally walked up these steps today, multiple times. We were in Demi's tattoo shop today. I was there today, folks, literally.
Look, here's the sign. Giada stairs. And then there's a bunch
He's
of random
Lebanon maxing. He's cash register maxing.
advertisements. I have no idea what that says.
Doesn't
Random
mean. It
advertisement.
means we're continuing. We shall continue, it means.
I have no idea what over here.
Keep going up to his right. There's the Bros restaurant. They make really delicious burgers. They've sponsored our show. Some of the best burgers in Lebanon.
So far, I don't see anything. I think he just told me to come here. So he can make me pass out from going up all these stairs.
These dudes make a good steak sandwich, baguette de I forgot
this
what this
Beirut
place is
heat.
called. Baguette de something. They make good steak sandwiches. I've eaten there literally last week, actually.
It is very nice though. Like, it's very picturesque with all these. Maybe it's a hangout spot at night because there's a ton of places to just sit down and just look down the stairs, get a beautiful view. Must be, right? There's even restaurants and cafes here.
Okay, so where he's standing, you just go. So now if he keeps going straight, he's gonna keep going up the stairs. If you take this left up here, that's how you get to Demi's store. So you just go right in here where this car is parked. You just walk up there, like 100 meters, and Demi's tattoo shop is right there. Cosmic Studios, isn't that crazy?
Look, some of them, their patios come over here. This is the bar, actually. We're in a Armenian area.
We have bars and restaurants on stairs. What's up?
So obviously, I swear, baby, is Sunni.
Guys, I'll just get. Brian says, not gonna lie, this guy sucks, but I really want and have for many years wanted to visit Beirut. Guys, I'm gonna give you guys some Beirut vlogs. I'm gonna do some IRL streams. The problem is when I walk, if I want to show you Beirut during the day, for those of you in America, you're not gonna see it. You're gonna be asleep and shit. You know what I mean? So, but if I want to show you guys Beirut during the day, you guys are gonna have to be asleep and you're gonna have to watch the replay later. But that's it. I need to do some vlogs. I need to do some IRL streams. I have all the gear I need. I've done an IRL stream at the anime convention. I have what I need to do an IRL stream. I'm gonna try to do it. Try to show you guys a little bit of Beirut instead of this fucking dumbass. Okay, we'll go. We'll show you a nice time. We'll have some food.
Man, imagine parking these cars the wrong way.
I used to walk up this whole way to get to my apartment.
This car has this blocking it from rolling back. The wrong person to driving here. This car is going all the way down. Yeah, see, he's bringing a rock. Smart. Marhaba. He's putting it behind his tire right now.
That's an Armenian school right here, right behind him. This is an Armenian, like high school or
driving
middle
here,
school.
your car's going rolling all the way
I think it was
down.
Armenian, right? Yeah, Armenian Evangelical Church. Oh, it's just a church. There's also a school somewhere. if I'm not
Armenia.
mistaken.
My friend, which way is Gemaize? Gemaize? Gemaize. This way?
Gemaize.
I understand. Shukran. Kulle Gemaize. It's all Gemaize. Once you go left and then right, that's the neighborhood. That's what he meant. Kulle. That's how you could tell if somebody's Armenian, by their last name. For the most part, it always ends in Ion. So this one is Budak Ion.
Okay, anyways. That's enough of this. We can watch more of this guy's vlogs if you guys want next time. He has another one. I want to watch his most dangerous one. I want to watch him in Sabra Shatila, honestly. So I do want to watch this one. Maybe we'll watch this on another stream, like on Wednesday or something. And I do want to watch his last one. What is he trying to like use women to sell Lebanon? Look at this. This is why Lebanon is so addictive. He's got women walking on a flag. Is it the women? Come on, man. Don't be weird. Anyways, folks. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 22 minutes. It is 1:30 a.m. Holy shit. Yeah, I did start late. We're going to call it a night. We're going to call it a stream. Fun stream, productive stream today. Really enjoyed it was a shitty topic. It was a hard topic to talk about. But the BAFTAS Tourette situation I thought was an interesting talk. Very nice back and forth with everyone. We talked about Lebanon a little bit, and we reacted to this guy's videos. It was super fun. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing Dark Souls. Chris, we need to get you back for some Dark Souls, Kamena. Chris, if you're free tomorrow night and you're down to play some Dark Souls, feel free to come. We'll talk on WhatsApp tomorrow. Let's bring you back for another Dark Souls video. It wasn't just that one time. We'll be back for Dark Souls tomorrow night, myself and Elias, at 8 to 8:30 p.m. on the gaming channel. I will announce it, and I will post it there a little bit sooner. Very much had a good time today. To everybody who gifted, Jim, Jay, Haley, we appreciate you. For the 15 new members, we appreciate you. And for everybody who donated and sent in super chats, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, everyone. Great time. See you all tomorrow on the gaming channel, and then back here on Wednesday. Wednesday, most likely, we'll have Nour and Karine here. Again, I'm going to try to post a schedule, try to be consistent with the times and all that sort of thing. Good night, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And, as always, do not